fixed here. Now, I personally cannot hear game sounds, but that may be because I'm an idiot. I'm gonna go... let's do a replay real quick. See if I do have them. Again, sorry about that. It's not a pass to stream if something broke. If something ain't broke. We're going to a replay real quick to see if let's just see if I have something that's fixed on my end. Yeah, I'm not hearing game sounds either. Jeez. That is on my fault, guys. That's my fault. Actually, hang on. Let me test this. Just because the Monster Cat stream is pretty bad about taking a... No, that didn't... Okay. Let's turn that up to that. And let's see if that works. I think that is enough. Let me see. Now we are just searching for a game here. I have to keep the music off, unfortunately, just because stupid thing breaks like really bad. Now we are in the quarterfinals for most of our players. Let's give a little bit of an update on the bracket. While we are waiting for glory to be smite on people, I think those are words that go together. But in the top positions, we have Bly taking out his opponents Zinho and Irindel, and he's currently up against Hiza. Blue, a player I've cast a few times before, is going up against the winner of Warchief and Tono. Kellizer, as you guys saw, took out Spellsinger and will be facing Siegfried or KT July Terran. If these guys finish up soon, we'll cast that just because Siegfried is another tournament admin and he's an awesome dude as well. And hang on a second. Okay. Thank you for that, Rose. T-Bull and Cool T battling it out in the quarterfinals as we speak. Fortunately, we weren't able to catch that. And so it's either going to be Blue versus the winner of this, or Kellizer versus Siegfried and July Terran. Let me see if any of these players are actually in here so we can see how everything's doing. Yeah, sorry about the music being pretty loud. Once again, I suck at casting or just streaming in general, so actually, let me see this. Check. Just asking around here, trying to get someone. This is part of the tournament where everyone kind of starts to fall off the map a little bit. Let me see who is about to start. I apologize for the delay, guys. Unfortunately, it takes a few minutes at all times. Still waiting on your opponent. Just going around. Sorry to bother you. Just, if he comes on. If he can. Hang on, guys. Sorry, I talk to myself really badly sometimes. When I'm typing. So I'm just gonna do this. Okay, so I'm looking. Okay, so according to this, Siegfried's still in match. So they're still fighting it out. Jeez. Once again, guys, sorry about this. If you've ever watched a tournament, you know sometimes there are delays, but I try and have as few delays as possible so we can get all the action going. So I'm gonna turn on the music again here. Let me just find something that doesn't mess with all my sound. And we will. Oop. I always gotta remember to turn on ad block for this. But we will be right back, guys. Stick around. Velvet Remedy, thank you for the follow. You join the awesome crew here at Passer Gaming / Passer 2300 channel. Thank you for the follow. And we'll go back to music while we get Tonho versus Blue set up. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have our game. We are in the lobby as we speak for Tonho versus Blue. This is going to be in the quarterfinals of this tournament, so I believe that's a best of 3. I'll have to check the brackets to really know. But this will be a PVZ, Blue versus Tonho, both master... Well, I don't know what that was, but it's Blue versus Tonho, PVZ, Moonlight Madness, LE. That's the worst rhyme ever, but you know what? We're gonna go with it anyway. And it is a best of 3. And here we go. So this is one Brazilian versus one American. It is the trying to think of something good to say about that, but it's the Clash of the Americas. Here we go. We're hopping into game number 1 of this best of 3. Stick around. And by stick around, I mean stare awkwardly at the load-in screen until it loads in. That's pretty much what I do. Spawning in the bottom position of Moonlight Madness, representing that symbol E, it's Tonho. And his opponent, the Zerg player, he's not feeling it, but he is, called it, it's Blue. I was trying to say, like, he's not feeling blue, but he's called Blue. But, you know, my intro's not the best in that regard. Let's put that up. And from here, PVZ. Yeah, pretty standard matchup. It's one of the best ones, other than TVZ and TVP. Those are... It's pretty much in my top 3. I can't really say which ones are which, because caster bias will get me thrown out on my butt quicker than you can say ESL throw passer out on his butt. Hey, welcome Akua. Aw yeah, man. Welcome to the party. But here we go. Standard game so far. Neither player wants to start this series off with anything cheesy. Tonho. Actually, no. I thought it was going to be a Nexus first for a second there. He had me a little bit worried. Because Nexus first, not the best, especially not on a 2-player map when you have a Zerg. Blue, I've seen him a couple of times. He's always put out a really strong showing in these kind of tournaments, and he will throw out a really strong showing in this one as well. I just know it. But the spawning pool was thrown down first at 15, so standard builds out of both players, neither one wanting to be the one super aggressive here. The wall off will start off as soon as this pylon is complete, maybe with a cybernetics core, or I don't care if King is online, but this Overlord will be in there. He's got to get out of there pretty quickly before stalkers or anything else that shoots up meets him in the base. Luckily there's nothing that shoots up in the early game that doesn't need a cybernetics core, so he just may survive this day. Count your blessings, Overlord. Oh, that's not the button. Count your blessings, Overlord, for today you shall go through Protoss, and you shall survive. Now, on the other side of the map, the Queen is on the way with actually 8 Zerglings here. That really is a super aggressive build. He really wants to do something with this early on. Yeah, this is HOTS. We haven't switched over to Legacy for the ESL Opens just yet. We're going to wait for, I believe, the start. Now, Blue has full map control at this point here. This may not look like much, but he can stop any probes from really doing anything out on the map, as in throw down pylons and stargates. And he's actually really aggressively looking for those, as well as starting to break down these back rocks. Behind this, Forge going to go for that +1 attack really quickly, and since he's chrono boosting out sentries, I really think he wants to go for a big immortal attack, immortal sentry, or just sentry gateway. Those are all powerful builds, especially against a one base not making drones anymore Zerg player. But this could do a lot of damage in itself. As you guys know, Zerglings, when they have nothing to hold them back, they just shred a mineral line very quickly here. Now, at this point, neither player went up to 2 bases. So, actually, Tonho has seen this. This is a big thing here. He's going to work on this rock tower right now to prevent that. And who was that? Akua0013, thank you for the follow. You are awesome. And the breed now broken. The rock tower about to break. Tonho really wants to hold on for his dear life. Will it break? And yes, it will. This attack is now faltered. Both sides are now blocked off. And from here, Blue really far behind. He does have his secondary base. Sorry, let me zoom in. But he doesn't have really that many workers here. He's not going for gas, so that will help him in terms of mineral income. But the Nexus is going to go down for Tonho. And that's going to give him a little bit of a lead here. 2 base Protoss is better than 2 base Zerg. Behind this, we do see that Stargate coming out, possibly for Oracles, possibly for Horde Raid. And my prediction of a sentry push has been defeated by Tonho not doing the sentry push. Now from here, Blue did sacrifice a lot of Zerglings to try and get up that ramp, 20 Zerglings. And from here, he's just pumping them out. And I like this out of Tonho. He knew that his opponent wasn't really droning up, so he's just going to take down that secondary base. Those cannons may not actually finish here, but those Zerglings not in a good position to take those out. That's not needed. And actually, all the cannons do go down here, so this cannon rush has failed. That big swell of lings that he created helped him out immensely here. We do have double queen, or actually, does he only have 1 queen? Yeah, he only has 1 queen for the moment here. That's going to hurt his injects a little bit. But it doesn't really matter here because he has no defense against this Oracle here. You could actually chrono boost that out as soon as you want. The wall is complete for Tonho. And it looks like Blue just wants to dive on this. He wants to get in there. He wants to kill off everything. But the sentry is the backup. Once that wall falls, you have the sentry to keep it from going into your secondary base. And that is, unless it gets taken out. A few things do swell in here, see the Oracle, but they don't get anything done here. He's just going to dive on top of that Nexus, try and break that as quickly as possible. You kill that off, you're back in this game. And yeah, the Oracle having to expend all its energy on these links, that's not how you want to use that in. Here the Nexus is cancelled, but he cancelled it himself. That's a big deal, because now he can throw it down again because he saved the money. But here we go, that Oracle a bit late to go across the map here. It's not going to get too much done, I feel, mainly because, 1, it doesn't have any energy, couldn't even activate it if it wanted to. Let's get back on top of it. And 2, there's a Spore in both bases. 3rd base doesn't really need one because an Oracle can't take one out by itself. Does have a friend here with energy, but once again, there's just not much to do with it. Akua, there's actually a 2-minute delay here. Usually it's on 90 seconds for these, but for this one, just because we do have a lot of pro players, they kind of like that longer delay, so they can feel safe knowing that there's no cheating. The Oracle's actually getting taken down here. Neither one got a kill, and they expended all their energy trying to kill that queen, which they did not even get. The transfuse is just too strong. Behind this, Blue is trying to drone up as quickly as possible. Just wants to make sure he's ahead in economy at all times. That's really the thing you need to do as a Zealot. And honestly, this is a really low army count from both players, really. 14 to 9. Both players just droning up, probing up. They're playing it safe with the economy. Just wanting to get that macro as good as possible. Now Tonho realizes his mistake. He now wants to throw down those rocks so he can throw down the Nexus. And from here, the Oracle's just kind of chilling around. They can't chill around for too long, though. That Spore Crawler starting to do some work on the shields, but Tonho is paying attention at the moment. And he's pretty much chosen his tech path here. He's using Phoenix for both scouting and taking down Overlords on the map. A little bit more damage going down on those Oracles. And from here, he can also use Twilight. He can get Blink here. It looks like he wants to, but doesn't have the money for it. And these Zealots just kind of chilling out. This is like the construction crew. Yeah, this is the construction crew Zealots. Two are working, the others are having a sandwich. If you guys aren't from America, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. Because I don't know if that happens anywhere else in the world. But yeah, they're going to get that road dead sometime in 2016. Or that rock tower destroyed. The Oracle's just looking, using that vision. That's not really a good use of it at the moment. If he was clearing creep with one of them, that would be alright. But not really too good here when you're just using it down in the center of the map. Now, so far, this has been a pretty low-loss game. Only Zerglings here. That may seem like a lot, but honestly, Zerglings are really cheap. You can make them as much as possible, so not too much has been lost. Resources lost, once again. That's not the button. Don't know the button. It's 1185 to 1425, so honestly, for a game that's gone on this long, not too much. Hydralisks are on the field now, so Phoenix has to be so careful. Now, behind this, Blue did break down those back rocks a long time ago. That gives him an angle of attack, but there are enough sentries to block that out if he's paying attention. And it will be hard, especially in this really open position. To prevent those guys from getting on top of him. Hydralisks, believe it or not, actually outrange force fields if the Protoss player doesn't move back. But here we go. Blue is going to try and take this engagement. Both players just posturing for the moment. And good force so far, but those Hydras can still get on top of the Zealots, which are the major damage dealers here. And from here, the Hydras are just moving through the gaps in the force field. And now that those are dead, this base is forfeit. Tonho knows that he cancels, and he gets the heck out of here. There's no rocks to stop him this time, but the force fields will be enough here. Blue cannot really move up that ramp without getting his army completely destroyed. And from here, he's got the roaches. He's got just a lot of units here moving in, and he wants to attack from one side. The problem with that, you could really attack from both sides here. There's not too much defending it. 3 cannons, so you could just kill those off and win just by doing a double-pronged attack. Make him think you're only coming from this angle, and then hitting him from both sides. Divide his army. But from here, the Oracle's once again going across the map. Both rocks are now destroyed. Blue wants to really take map control, which he has done swimmingly. That's a lot of Overlords in the same position here. That one Phoenix not being used, the Hydralisks almost take it out. But they could really do something with that amount of Overlords here. You kill off enough, they're forced to make larvae they're forced to use larvae for Overlords where where you could be units. And yes, thank you Rose for setting everything straight in chat. One of the best admins we have. That's new. And here we go. Once again, that third base is trying to be taken. Force field's a little bit premature, but that's going to be enough to delay that army for a significant amount of time. And from here, +3 weapons is almost finished for Tonho. Tonho, if he gets that up, he's going to be in a good position. Hydras do a lot of DPS, but so do Zealots when you have +3 here. Now, the Templar Archives did go down a while ago, and it's there. but no storm has been researched. He doesn't want to research it at the moment. Trying to spend all his minerals in defense. Good force field once again, preventing everything, but the roaches actually have tunneling claws. Time warps go down, and those force fields still going down, trying to keep them out, but you know what? Tunneling roaches cannot be kept out. The force field starting to run out here. Will Tonho have enough, or has Blue broken this position? Not all of his units are attacking Blue, that is. Blink did complete, so he does blink back to the weakened stalkers, and he's actually held this. Tonho has taken out the entire army of Blue. Once again, the reinforcements are streaming across the map. Tonho may lose a little bit of steam here if he loses too much. And he's engaged the Oracles not coming in here. Another big warp into Stalkers will push this away for now. And from here, Blue has to reconsolidate his forces before re-attacking. Yeah, sorry Alan, you missed the cup again. It's all good, man. There's always next week, but from here the game has stabilized. Neither player can really move in on each other because of Defender's advantage here. The fourth base was completed and fully saturated for Blue a while ago. So Oracle's gonna try and go in and do damage. Gonna get a few drones, but not too many before getting taken out themselves. Now that may have just been a sacrifice to free up supply for more stuff, but from here it's pure Stalkers. Stalkers aren't the best versus Hydralisks. I don't know if you guys know that. You probably do, because you're all probably better at me than StarCraft. That's not a hard thing to be. I suck at StarCraft. But here we go. Another big attack out of Blue. The army is on the complete wrong side of the map. If Blue wanted to, he can just kill off the natural base and fall back here. Two base. At this stage in the game, you don't really want to be on two bases. As a Protoss, you want to keep that 3-base saturation. But here we go, the army is now in position. Will it be enough? The force field's pretty good, keeping a lot of these Hydras from attacking the army. The Roaches don't have any kind of upgrades to the big blink forward, killing off a lot. But that warp-in is fully denied. And with that, the Cybernetics Core also falls. Photon Arbitrage is cast, and Blue decides to get out of there, doing a lot of damage, I feel. Yeah, that did seem like a lot of damage. He completely reset the army count. It's 36 to 102. And that's not Zerglings, which aren't as good, but they're Hydralisks and Roaches. I apologize. If you guys hear see delays in my speech, it's because I stutter like a madman. Here we go, the Hydras moving on in. Their DPS is so much, it may not even matter that they have an upgrade disadvantage. But yeah, great micro out of Blue so far. Using the burrow movement to prevent those Roaches from dying, the weakened ones that is. And this actually may be way too much. The warping does complete, but Tonho leads the game, and Blue takes the first one. Yeah, Entropy, I actually switched completely to Legacy of the Void earlier this week, so I feel your pain. I was just not doing well at HOTS at all, so I switched. But now we just gotta wait for the invite for game number 2. Remember, this is a best of 3 series. Quarterfinals do go on. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah, we should be doing those. As soon as the game is out, not a minute before, just because we want to wait for the player base to really be there. You know, there's a lot of people who already switched, but there's still a lot of people sticking with HOTS, which is something I get. You don't want to join the game before it's complete. A lot of people have issues with it, so we're just not doing too much. But I do think the Gauntlet Cup, something that is pretty new. I don't know if we're still doing it, but I think we are. We're just waiting on our fearless leader to come back and tell us if we're doing it. Hang on a second. We are in the lobby, so I just have to stall for time. So see how I can stall for time. I don't know. I'm kind of moving around here. My uh, follow notifier is about to die. But so far, we're just waiting on blue to come into the lobby. It is a best of 3. I'd like to remind everyone because I have to say it about 1,000,000 times or else I forget myself. And who was that? That is the best sound I like. Hang on, I'm looking. These things are terrible. Entropy StarCraft, thank you for the follow, man. You joined the party. The party of awesome. Now, I apologize for being... Okay, so here's how we stand. Blue has to restart because he's bugging out a little bit. Heart of the Swarm is starting to be a little bit buggy as they focus most of their attention on Legacy. So we'll just have to wait for him for a good 2 to 3 minutes here, however long his computer takes to restart the game. And my charger has disappeared, so I'm trying... Oh, wait a second. Never mind, I'm an idiot. You guys will learn that if you want to stick around on this channel. Yeah, there was no GG, but he may have GG. He made GG out of game. That's a thing. Yeah, because Tanho isn't a BM player. He's a really good player, who is really nice to his opponents a lot. Yeah, he's nice to his opponents, so that wasn't a BM GG, or no GG. I don't think he made just GG out of game. I do that sometimes. A lot of people do that sometimes. But some people just forget. They get out of game and then they forget again. Okay. So if you guys want an update, Siggy versus July Terran is still going on. Alright, Entropy. Yeah, you have a great day. Have a great night, dude. Thank you for... But we're still waiting on blue here. Again, I apologize for the delay. He is now online, so we just got to get him. Ooh, darn. That was a bit of a mistake. See, I usually use SC2 Scene Switcher, if you guys know what that is. It's a basic. Usually, it lets me just switch scenes automatically, like it does it for me when I'm in game and not in game. But I wanted to add some other things, so I've been doing it manually. So the only reason I say that is because I just saw the stream that you were still stuck on my game game screen. But once again, I apologize for the delay. They quit the lobby. Okay, blue just DC'd again, so you know what? I'm just gonna go back to the we'll be right back screen while we wait. Let's get some music going and we'll be right back, guys. Stick around. music choice. It's like I'm trying to put you guys to sleep. My casting doesn't put you to sleep. My music choice will, pretty much. Apparently. But we're gonna soldier on. We're gonna hit this game up so hard, and that it'll knock your socks off. And so spawning up here in the top position, he wants to bring it back for his clan, for his legacy, for his ladder points. It's OE Tonho. Of course, disclaimer, you do not get ladder points for this tournament. And he's up a game. He wants to finish it out, representing the Zerg Swarm. It's blue. So we put that, we put that, we put that, and bada bing, bada boom, we're on Coda LE. If you guys have not seen this map, something's up, because quite frankly, this is the most played map in this tournament. Plus, it's one of the only maps that I have never vetoed, mainly because it's one of the only ones that's any good, pretty much. But once again, neither player deciding to cheese at the moment, just focusing on their drone counts, focusing on their pro counts, and they want to play this out to the very bloody end. The thing about Coda LE, you have so many ramps here, it's a lot harder to attack into someone, because they get so many pot shots off you. If you move right into their army, like if you move into their army up the ramp, you're gonna take a lot of damage, especially since Protoss has so much AoE. Sorry about that. Someone's messaging me, but I won't look at it. I can't look at it until we get this game underway. And blue, deciding to go for that hatch first this time. He wants to get that early economy. This is going to be spotted by Tonho pretty early with this scout. Sorry about that. But yeah, Tonho is going to see that that base has been thrown down. He's not going to see the spawning pool because there isn't one. And it's pretty hard to see what you can't see. It's pretty hard to see what's not there either. That's what I was trying to say. But yeah, that probe will get out of here. His job has been fully complete. And on the other side of the map, Tonho is going to wall off. And from here, the game stabilizes. And by stabilize, I mean it hasn't even started yet. That's one problem with Heart of the Swarm, is that after you play Legacy for a while, you're kind of like, oh man, why does it take so long to start up? But it's still a great expansion. If you guys haven't played in a while, it's still one of the best. It's still one of the best ones. Wings of Liberty, not so much. I never played it. But from here, blue is going for that early gas, wants to get that Baneling speed, or Zergling speed. And let me just give you guys one of these. And okay, so from here, Tonho has a few options, as all Protoss do in this matchup. Basically, his one option, you can go super aggressive, try and kill blue before you can really get that tech up. He has another option, take it into the late game. Zerg does not have that great of a late game. They do have Vipers and Infestors and Ultralisks, but those can be killed off pretty easily if Tonho gets them all into a choke point, because they're all important to be spread out. You can't really see my hands. For some reason, I feel the need to make this known with my hands that you guys cannot see. But from here, we do have that forge and that gateway. Gonna start to finish off that wall. I think that's small enough for a zealot to just barely fit and finish it off, but we'll have to see if Zerglings decide to go in. From here, we do see blue starting to take a little bit damage on his very quick third. He basically doesn't really have too much to be able to defend this, and he may have to cancel it before he gets enough here. This would be a really good move out of Tonho to cancel this for a while. Now the Queen's gonna come in for that Mothership Core, but from here, Tonho can just recall out. The Stalker is in the position. Ooh, here we go. The Battle of the Queens. And this Queen wins. you say, no, Alan, this is not semifinals, this is still quarterfinals. But you could say this is the queen with the most host. I don't even know. It's alright. But from here, we see really similar to last game. Tono going for that possibly Oracle. Maybe wants to use Phoenix a lot more aggressively. Now, by that, you can use Phoenix pretty effectively versus Blue. Not him in particular, but Zerg in general. Just because they're so quick and they do so much damage to drone lines, you can pretty much kill 6 or 7 drones and then get out of there without taking too much damage. But from here, we do see the layer coming down. Second gas, third gas, fourth gas. Will this be Mutalisks? 4 gas usually tells you Mutalisks. 3 gas could be either Roaches or Hydralisks. But what has Blue seen? He's seen the starport, so he knows Oracles are going to be a threat here. And from that, he has not thrown down any kind of defense. The Queen is going to start doing some work here, but Tono going to get a few drones for his troubles so far. You really want to get 6 or 7 to make this worth it. The Spore Crawler now coming down. And this Oracle actually getting really good value. He does need to get out of there. You want that in the later game for Revelation and such. There's a button to follow it. But from here, the Hydralisk Den is complete, so Roach Hydra is the biggest possibility. Why? Because that's all he has. The difference between this game and last game, however, is the Robo facility has gone down for Toneho. So we will have a answer for both Hydralisks and Roaches. Immortals, really good against Roaches. Rosewood I gotta allow you to, like, while we have Rosewood. Okay, so from here, it's a really fast robotics bay. He wants to get that early Colossus count. And, I mean, the game has stabilized really well here. Both players going up to 3 bases. Gateway production will start kicking in very, very soon. And the upgrades, once again, are going to be heavily in Toneho's favor. He's already got +1 coming out, with only, or +2 rather, with only +1 coming in for those Roaches and Hydralisks. Yeah, there you go, Rose. Thanks for posting the brackets. And honestly, from here, there's a lot that both players can do here, so it's really not worth trying to say what each one may do. Obviously, Toneho has more options just because he's going to get that DPS. No, AoE damage. Excuse me there. He will have that AoE damage once those Colossus come out. And from here, the creep spread's starting to look pretty good for Blue as he gets his 4th base up. Really want to spread the creep a little bit better towards that 4th base so you can defend it easier. +2 weapons, still halfway complete. Creep spread coming down. And Burrow, so I'm honestly expecting to see tunneling Roaches once again. Good Revelation coming down. Gonna see those Queens out on the map that are spreading creep. Yeah, good to see a Protoss not cannon rushing. I feel you, man. But the Oracle does go down. And from there, the Revelations have ended. A huge swell of Hydralisk on the way here. This may be Blue's signal to attack. Well, not a signal, his cause. He wants to attack, maybe. And it looks like Blue wants to start putting a pylon out on the map. I can't see where it's put because he canceled it because the Zealot, or Zergling rather, they all start with Z, decided to go after him. Now, we do see tunneling claws. Burrow almost complete. So, Blue is pretty much shaping up pretty well. His +1 armor, or attack rather, is finishing up. And it's hard to say who is ahead from here. A big swell of gateways coming down, another pylon. So Toneho could warp in a huge amount of things at the moment. But if we look at the army count here, it's really in favor of Blue. I know it doesn't seem like much, but army supply is pretty important, even if you're playing Protoss. I know. May seem like a redundancy, but it still matters. Now, let's see what we have around here. The pylons getting found and getting taken out. That is a huge deal. The reinforcing pylons, pretty much the most important thing as a Protoss. You really want to get those units into the fight as quickly as possible, and a big engagement could happen here. If Blue goes up the ramp, he has to be careful because force field could block off everything. There's not too many left. Tunneling pause completes. He's going to get those roaches on top of the army. A big warfare of stalkers is the choice here. That mothership core is about to die. Oh man, if that goes down, this fight gets a little bit harder because you can't recall out. But Blue does lose. Tono does take this fight. The move command, losing a lot of his army, is Blue. And this time, the observers with the army are going to prevent, what do you call them? Those roaches from getting on top of everything. Now from here, you got a lot of roaches in production, but Blink is complete, and this is a bit of a choke point here. You don't want to be in a choke with Colossus in the back. Lings, Roach, Hydra, everything is being made at the moment. The reinforcements have to be careful. If you lose too much here, you lose the game as Blue. Now those roaches actually need to unburrow here just because they are seen and they're taking heavy amounts of damage. More Hydras are on the way, but will it be enough? No, Blue taps out. And Tonho takes game number 2. So we got the game number 3. If you guys know it, game number 3 always the best in a best of 3 series. Because one player, I'm going to guess, one player is going to cheese. My prediction is solid on this one. I'm pretty sure someone's going to cheese. But other than that, we're going to head in this game as soon as Tonho shoots the invite our way. And yes, I know they were going for a macro game. I'm just really, really lazy in my casting. Now, if you guys are worried about the brackets, Rose Roderis posted them a couple of seconds ago. And here's how we're looking. Siegfried and July Terran are making it happen. So those games are going to last a while. So we may be able to catch Kellizer versus the winner of that, which would be pretty awesome. If you guys don't know Kellizer, once again, he's one of the better players entering the scene recently this year. And here we go. I really hope that worked. I'm going to just tab out and make sure that worked. That worked. Okay. It's my hotkeys. They're all messed up. But spawning in the bottom right position of this map. He made it happen last game. Will he make it happen again? Tonho. I just love that clan tag. That's an awesome clan tag. And spawning down here, he doesn't have an awesome clan tag, but he has an awesome play style. It's Blue. Okay, so Cactus Valley. Let's chat about it. As you can see, Tonho may be going for that Nexus first here. Either that or Cannon Rush. And if so, my prediction is right. But either way, it will probably be a Forge Fast expand. At the very least. And he's going to get a pretty good read on his opponent really early. And that, again, kind of constitutes cheese most of the time out of a Protoss player. Will he do it? We'll have to wait and see. Cactus Valley, one of those maps where it's a lot easier. It's pretty much, if we see cheese, it's most of the time on Cactus Valley. In those big tournaments, all of that stuff, yeah, you cheese a lot as Protoss on this map. Now, he hasn't thrown down any kind of tech here, so it actually may be just a Nexus first here. Tonho gonna delay that second hatchery for as long as possible. Spawning pool did go down in response to that. And yeah, that guy does have to get out of there. Unfortunately, I don't think a cheese will work anymore, just because one, the probe's about to die a horrible, horrific death in a couple of seconds here. It's like Forest, run. But yeah, there we go. The hatchery does go down. And there we go. Nexus has been there. Like I said, forge fast, expand, no cheese. But Blue really wanted that guy, even sacrificing bits of his income for a small second just to kill off that probe. Because one thing you never want, a probe in your base when you still have your hatchery building. You guys know it. If you guys are Zerg, you know the feel when a probe throws down that cannon. A little bit of, he does cancel one of that gases to get an extra drone in there because he did delay his overlord for a small bit. And here we go. The wall off is now complete. All it takes is a zealot or his stand-in, the probe, until the zealot gets out there. But here we go. We see 4 Zerglings on the way. That's actually a little bit risky here. The photon cannon won't be done in time, it looks like, but this probe is probably going to die here, and the scout complete. But no, the clutch pylon, that wall off is always complete here. Doesn't take much to do that on Cactus Valley, but still a great reaction time. With that photon cannon, you can no longer get in with those Zerglings. Now this Overlord still hasn't seen where his opponent is, but the Zergling did his job for him. And behind this, he has pulled off of gas, Blue that is, so he wants to go for speed it looks like, and from there I can't really tell. Maybe Roach Hydra once again, just because it's the most common in this kind of matchup, and because it's so easy to abuse the other player with it. Now from here, the third base was blocked by this pylon being built. He wants to cancel that Tonho that is, and the probe that built it did die. Oh, what was that? The probe did die that built it. So from here, Blue has map control. Does not seem like a lot. Oh, I stand corrected. If there's a probe out on the map that you've not seen, then the Protoss has map control. Does not seem like it sometimes, but you know. Now, from here, I'm going to expect Stargate. Why? Because he threw it down as I said that. That's kind of a big tell that he's going for Stargate play once again. So Tonho is doing what worked in the last game pretty much. He has his standard build that he uses versus Zerg, and it saved him in the last game. This probe about to meet a sticky end. If these guys catch wind of it, he moved on to the wrong side of the desert. Except these guys don't really care. They want to see what's in the base again. But the Zealot will prevent them from getting in there. Does not want to lose both of them, but he does. And probe is like ethereal. You want to come in? Sure, why not? Just phase through my body. Now, from everything Blue has seen, he still hasn't seen the starport, but he can kind of predict that an Oracle's on the way, which would be a wrong assumption here because those Phoenix for map presence. Once those Phoenix are out in good numbers, then Tonho will have map control. You can't really move out on it without those Hydralisks. Roachwarren Thorn down, the lair coming down. This Phoenix, you don't really want to reveal it is the problem here till you have 2 or 3. Then you want to start hunting down the Overlords. Deny map vision from the Terran player. Now from here, once again we go into his standard stuff. Twilight Council, Robo Facility. He wants to get up to that really late game tech really early and prevent his opponent from winning this game. Phoenix now has a buddy. The Phoenix squad here going to move out. Look for Overlords, it looks like at the moment. They were spotted by 1 Zergling, which is just cleaning itself, it looked like. So, I mean, the spores are already down here. He has to be careful when positioning them, when maneuvering them around. But there we go. He gets his first Overlord kill of the day. Who's going to steal it from the other one? Actually, maybe this last guy. No. This guy is the first veteran of this. And now all the Overlords have to back into the Spore Crawler. This one guy may get taken out here, but the Queen cannot move out of position like this. If it does, it could get taken out really easy with that Graviton Beam. But the Queen's getting a little bit of damage on that one. Not enough to kill it off just yet. Cost 50. These guys have enough for 2 apiece. And there we go. Tonho has effectively taken map control because you cannot be on the map until Hydralisks are out in number. Hydralisks in small number, not good. Hydralisks in big number, very, very good. Yeah, and these guys know it. They're gonna back up to Big Daddy Spore Crawler, who's going to protect them. And the Big Mama Queen, who shoos those nasty, nasty guys away. And from here, the game has stabilized fully. There's a lot of sentries here. 4. That's a lot. And I actually love this move. He's going to drop in the main base, force field off the ramp, and just force and kill off everything with a big warp in. That's a really, really smart move if he can pull it off. Will he be able to? Stick around for the next episode of Protoss vs. Zerg. But behind this, charge is going to be complete. No blink just yet, but he'll move on to that. And here we go. War Prison drops all 4 sentries. Force fields off the ramp. Big warp in a Zealot's gonna go for all the tech in the main base while Blue moves back and tries to get back in there, but the force fields, there's just way too many of them. And this is going to be a lot of damage here. The drones are pulled. They're pulling the, gonna pull the sentries up. And, yeah, a lot of drones going down here. Oh my gosh, it's a massacre of epic proportions. 18 drones going down in that attack, and that's a lot of income. A few roaches spawning in here, going to try and do what they can, but there's not too much they can do here. They're going to go for the sentries, but one last force field will be enough to keep this entire army at bay for now. Blue is losing a lot of units here to this attack. Zealots being kind of dumb here, going for the Hydralisks. The lair went down, and the Spire's going to die with it. So all of Blue's tech that is pretty much not there anymore. All the stuff he wanted for the late game, he can't go up to now. He's gotta remake everything. And behind this, there's Colossus, I think. No, but there's going to be Colossus, and you can't do any kind of counter aggression. You probably should have done that to begin with, but you know, he wasn't really thinking that. He was thinking save my lair and Spire. But from here, he's going to be a little bit cautious, wants to get some units over here to prevent that War Prism from coming back in. And here we go, the Phoenix making that drone count die very, very quickly here. Gotta be careful, doesn't want to lose one. But there we go, the Queen is going to get taken out. That's a big deal, because injects are so important, especially in this later game when you need so many of them. And these drones, I mean these roaches are just powerless to watch as their queen dies in front of them. Roaches can do a lot of things, but they can't shoot up. It's gonna force all the Hydralisks to come back here. They don't have speed. Yeah, they do not have speed, so they move a lot slower off of creep, letting these Phoenix get a hasty getaway here. Now, there are no injects available anymore, except for, yeah, there's no queens anywhere out on the map. So that larva count is going to stay slow, which is going to make any follow-up aggression out of Tonho super, super aggressive, because there's not much you can do if you lose too much. The Spire does re-go down here, wants to go up to, I believe, Corruptors to take out the Colossus. But from here, Tonho can really attack. He's got the upgrade advantage by a small margin, +1 attack. And Blue can't reinforce his army as quickly as he would like. He's just getting those queens back now, but you really need them when this attack is coming down. From here, the War Prism will provide all of the warpins that you need. And here we go. Tonho moves up the ramp. The Hydralisk out of position. He knows he can't really engage up that ramp without getting his entire army force fielded, but he's going to try. Just trying to bait those force fields at the moment. But a good surround so far. There's not enough force fields to take out the entire ramp, it looks like. And the surround actually going to save Blue. Going to take out so much of this army, being so cost effective here. But more sentries warp in, so force fields going to be a big deal here. He's trying to go for that full 180 surround. And from here, one Colossus actually gets force fielded in. But is this enough Hydralisk here? That's the big question. 3 Corruptors, 6 Roaches are the follow-up to this, but there's just not that many larvae. to work with here. Until that inject pops, you can't really reinforce your army well. And he's losing a lot of these Hydras just to the AoE damage of Tonehill. And yes, it was not filler. But here we go, Blue's army does go down, and from here, Tonehill takes the game. He moves on to the semis. Now, let's see, how is everything going? They still meching? Okay, so we do have one more quarterfinal match. Killzer has been waiting for quite a bit to get his match in play. But it looks like we do have a free second here, so I am going to be right back. Stick around, guys. We have just begun on the awesome games here. We've got 7 out of the way, or 6 out of the way. Games we got. Okay. Okay, so we'll be right back, guys. Stick around. That doesn't want to put you to sleep. Here we go. We always have to go out at the best part of the music. I'm sorry about that, guys, but you know what's even better than awesome music? It's Acer Bly versus Tonho in this semifinals. Semifinals to the ages. Hang on a second. We are in the lobby right now, guys, so do not worry. Just about to hop into game number 1 of this best of 3 series on Coda LE. And the countdown has started. The wheels are whirring for one of the best semifinal matches we've seen tonight, mainly because it's the only semifinal we've seen tonight. Acer Bly versus Tonho PVZ. Stick around, guys. And while you stick around, let's do intros. Spawning in the bottom position, you saw him play against the Zerg, an awesome Zerg player. It's Tonho. And another awesome Zerg player. Will he fall prey? It's Acer's Bly. Hang on a second. Let me fix my voice. Okay. Sorry about that. That was a bit of a mistake on my part. I had to make sure my mic was still working. But Tonho versus Bly. Bly, a regular at these things. He's always shooting for that $50 because $50 is $50. And I actually know what he's going to do here. He always does this to Protoss in the first game. Just gotta wait for it to get to the other position. Hey, what's up, Mac? Sorry about that. What's up, Magyar Brazil? And here we go. Bly, if you guys don't know, he's the cheesiest guy. Hey, DJ, I'll get you in after this game. Don't have it open. I'll bring ya in next game. But here we go. At the third base of Tonho, we see not a Nexus, not a command center, but a hatchery. And from here, Tonho has no idea. Bly is that guy who does this a lot, and it's awesome. It's always awesome when he does this. He's done it so many times that nobody knows what to do with it. Honestly, they've tried their best, but they just could not defeat it. I don't really know, Magu. We don't. Honestly, I just care about the StarCraft. But here we go. Bly going to get a little bit of a scout off, and the difference between a lot of the Protoss and the ones Bly does this to, he's walling off. Tonho, that is. So he may be able to hold it, but he's got to be careful. The Cybernetics core will be done here. And on the other side of the map, the spawning pool, just about to finish. And honestly, Tonho has some red lights in his head. He knows that the base should be here. Because if a base is not there, something's going on. He does not have his Nexus though, so he may not be fully caught on to what's going on. And that wouldn't surprise me, because this catches a lot of people off guard. Yeah, Rose has been an admin, DJ. Get with the times, man. But first Zerglings are going to come in here. That wall is nowhere near complete. Tonho really wants to finish that wall as quickly as possible, but he's just not going to be able to. Forge is thrown down, so that's going to be his choice here. Unfortunately, I don't think it'll complete in time. There's enough Zerg to really prevent it from doing so. You want to cancel that Forge on the low ground, but he's actually being... oh my gosh, here we go. The sentry at the front actually gets taken out. Maybe. Force field not going down. There we go. And from here, Bly is in a little bit of a weird position. He does get to kill the Nexus, but the wall is fully complete. First Forge is dead. Second Forge, not done. But the Photon Cannon does go down before it gets taken out. That's alright, Magu. You got nothing to apologize for. But so far, Bly not really getting that much damage done. Tonho is holding strong. The second forge did complete, as I said. But this forge is going to die here. That is a bit of a loss here because we really want a few cannons, not just two. But there's only one force field left. Oh, there's actually, yeah, one force field left here. The wall is fully complete, but if that cybernetic core gets destroyed, that's going to hurt Tonho a lot. May not seem like a lot, but just losing your cybernetic core is never a good thing. Warp gate has finished. Oh, thank you, Magyu, for the follow, man. You're awesome. Welcome to the party. But, yeah, I mean, Tonho has held this off. Now Bly has to get into the second stage of his plan, which is mine the heck out of that third base, kill this second forge off, and that is actually an awesome wall here from Tonho. I'm loving this thing. I don't think it was... yeah, Brazil does dominate a lot of these Tabanez. But so far the cybernetic core gets taken out. From here, I think... yeah, Tonho has definitely held at this point. That wall is not going anywhere anytime soon. It's a complete wall off. But, I mean, Bly is still putting a lot into this. No more drones, well, actually, just made a drone. But no more drones, just Zerglings and Queens. But, yeah, here we go, Bly. Oh, what's up, guys? Oh, I'm being invaded. Hey, invade away, guys. But so far we got Zealots, we got the Mothership Core with Photon Overcharge. So Tonho is by no means going to die anytime soon. Even feeling safe enough to cancel that wall, or the kill off part of the wall. Oh, thank you for the host, DJ. And so far, but the big problem here for Tonho, he's locked in. He can't go anywhere without being spotted. If you had a probe on the map, you could hide a Nexus up here and then recall a lot of probes up there. That's a really cool move we've seen a lot of times. But Bly, at this point, it looks like he just wants to poke everything down, kill off as much as possible, and just force Tonho to submit in a slow, steady Stalker Queen rush, or rather Spine Crawler. They all start with a letter. Now from here, once again, Tonho can't get out, but at the same time, Bly cannot get up. You go up there with that many sentries, you're a dead man. But Tonho actually going to move down here, force fielding a lot of these things out. Wants to kill off the Queens, it looks like, but there's enough for transfuses, and they're going to do a lot of damage to these Zealots. Even having to retreat is Tonho. A big warp into Stalkers, too, that is. May actually get one of these Queens, but the transfuse is just way too strong here. Bly does not want to lose too many Queens. And I don't think he did. Are there 2 Queens there? No, there isn't. So he did lose 1 Queen. Oh, Tonyo? Like, I'm sorry, I can't pronounce it right. But Tonyo. Okay, I'll try and say Tonyo. Sorry, I just like Tonho. It sounds really cool. But from here, Tonho is just making as many units as possible, even faking some so he can get some damage mitigated. But the Spine Crawlers are holding a lot. Queens are all dead except this one, so it's no transfuses, and it looks like he has broken free. From here, Bly is in a little bit of a tough... No, actually, he's not. There's a lot of drones, a lot of units. Oh, he is? Oh, cool, I did not know he was a legend. Shoot, if I would have known that, I would have... But the Legend of Brazil is moving out here. He's broken free. He can't make a Nexus anytime soon. But you know what? That's not going to stop him from killing off Bly, the King of Ukraine. So far, Bly still in a good position here in terms of drone count. He has the third base of Tonyo. But, I mean, that's a lot of roaches here. And Tonyo doesn't really have that much anymore. He lost his entire army. Warp in of a couple Stalkers and a Zealot. But he's actually going to tap out here. So GG, Bly takes game number 1, and Tonyo has to fight his way back. But here we go. Oh, Rose, you and DJ, so cute together. Kel will bring revenge for Tonyo. I think I've heard of Kel. I'm really bad about knowing players, so I apologize about that. I think I should know them now. Oh, actually, DJ. Let's get DJ into this thing. Let me pull that up. Ooh. Let's not show everything. Okay, so we are in the lobby right now. DJ, if you want in, you know what? We'll just bring you in the finals. Because Tonyo did start it up. He wants to bring this out. Tonyo. See, the problem is I have no idea how to pronounce an L with that, but if it sounds fine, I'll keep using it. In fact, I should probably mute Skype. Nah, sorry, I pulled up Skype so I could bring in DJ, but the game started a bit quickly, so DJ, we will get you in. Oh yeah, DJ, pretty bad about getting names right. Oh, darn it. Skype's going off now, so I'll fix that. Sorry about that, guys. I wanted to bring in DJ in time for this game, but it took a minute. Antonio wanted to get this stuff brought into it. He wanted to bring himself into this game. And these guys being awesome to each other. It's always great to see players having so much fun. But before we get into this love fest representing Brazil, it's Tonyo. Who was that? Uptaker SC2, thank you for the follow. And just for you, spawning in the top position, representing Acer and the Zerg Swarm, it's Bly. Now from here, we do see a gas first, but that is actually a ruse. These guys know how to do those ruses. And actually Bly is going to do the same thing once again. Like I said, he does this a lot. Tonyo going to scout it out, it looks like. Or he wants to do some cheese of his own. Ooh, no, he wants a Nexus right there. He wants to... Oh, man, but he does spot that drone. So this is really hard for... Sorry, something on the background is making a lot of noise. Should probably mute that eventually. But from here, Tonyo thought it was going to be a gold-based expansion, but Bly kind of took that and did a bit of a mind game. He's still going to do it, but he's just going to do it somewhere else. Yeah, he's going to take this game.
Hey, you there?
Hey, what's up, man? Sorry, we're in game already.
Oh.
Yeah, Tonyo started pretty quickly.
Right, let me close your stream because it sounds terrible.
Yeah, back to the game, guys. We do have that hatchery going at the gold base. Acer Bly just doing everything he can from Ordo Equitum. Okay, so that's how you pronounce it. Thank you. Now, Tonyo is going to kill off this third base. He found it a lot quicker. Bly is in a bit of a pickle here because he hasn't really seen this pylon, so that's going to get cannon rushed on this side of the map. Tonyo's going to hide his own Nexus. No, he's not. He's going to put it in the normal position. Come on, man. You're the legend of Brazil. Do a little bit of hidden trickery here.
Sorry, I'm laughing at your play because it's awesome. I do something real.
Yeah, the guy in the background is DJ Spectre. He's not in the game at the moment, but he will be providing entertainment as this game goes on.
Blind man commentary, best ever, right, Passer?
We're pretty blind even when we're in game, so...
It's okay, I just casted an entire final of ZVZ. I'm a Terran player. I'm always blind when it comes to like roaches, lings, blings, whatever the fuck happens there.
Yeah. But going on this once again, Bly canceled that hatchery up here, and he put it right down here, so he really wants that gold minerals. He's got that gold envy at this moment. But once again, the probe spots it. Tonyo is on top of his scouting. That's probably why he's a legend, because he sees everything. He knows all and sees all. The wall is done as well. Oh, I'm just speechless at this. Bly is a hatchery man. You get a hatchery gold base. You get a hatchery Tonyo's main base. Jesus. He's hatchery frenzy right now. And he's going to bring a couple of Zerglings in to counter that, but there's a full wall off here for Tonyo, so this hatchery is not going to finish. There's a photon cannon and enough probes here just kind of tickling it to death. So if he kills it off without canceling it, that's a big loss for Bly. Roach Warren is on the way as well, as the hatchery has been saturated a little bit at the main base, at the gold base. Yeah, that would be DJ calling me Magoo. And he's also the noise you hear. But there we go. The hatchery is going to go down here. The Zealot going to help his proby friends. I don't know if they're really friends, but yeah, they're accomplices. They all want to kill this thing as much as the next guy. But there we go. That hatchery does go down. And from here, the Zerglings actually get into the base here. So Bly starting to do a bit of work on the mineral line here. 5 drones or 5 workers already going down. So that's a good pickup there for this early in the game. Bly is supply blocked heavily here for the moment. So that will help Tonyo out a little bit in the defense. But that's a lot coming out of Bly here. Tunneling claws, or burrow rather, so he's going for that tunneling claws approach we saw out of blue. But once again, another probe goes down, and you really don't want to lose as a lot of probes in the early game, because once that economy goes bye-bye, you can kiss your chances goodbye. And these guys are really cost effective here at the moment. Tonyo forced to pull off everything, just going for the pylons, making this Zealot work for a living. I know he's a low-class Zealot, but he's got to work for that living. But here we go, the Roaches coming in here, gonna kill off that pylon cannon almost instantly. Another pylon spawned in to prevent the wall from falling. And from here, I think Tonyo can easily hold this off for the moment. He does kill off one pylon, but actually Tonyo decides to GG out. So Bly will be your first finalist of the night.
Huzzah!
So unfortunately, the legend of Brazil is not able to beat Bly, who is an awesome player. But Tonyo, make sure you come to the next one. It's always awesome to see great players like you come out. That was Game 3, DJ. I don't need to invite you to anything.
I don't care. Do it anyway.
Hang on, let me do this. We'll be right back, guys, while we wait on the finals. I guess you guys a lot of you are from Brazil, so you're probably watching the Rocklet stream anyway for Kelliger versus... invite you where, by the way?
I don't care. To the party, to the action, whatever it's got to do.
There's no action.
Well, there's going to be action soon. You're casting.
Okay. So, guys, I'm going to put some music on, and we're going to be right back with the finals. Don't worry about it. We still have one more legend from Brazil, Kelliger, battling it out in the semis versus Siegfried. So, you guys, stick around. We'll be right back.
You mute the speaker part, but that'll also mute. By the way, I'm sorry I'm here so late, by the way. You know, my Bears lost embarrassing. They haven't been shut out that way in, like, forever, so, you know, that happened. It's alright. I'm a 12-pack in tonight, so it's just a pretty good cast. Well, you know, it only takes me a couple hours to drink a 12-pack. ESL, shh, you didn't hear that. Alright, well, whatever it's worth, I don't care. You can cancel it, then let me close it, let me tab out here. Alright, there you go. Your lighting is, by the way, very mood-inducing. It's like very subtle and very like, hello. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying it's a good thing. You should cast like that all the time. Well, you should, because that's part of the way casting works. You gotta like, the viewers have to attach themselves to you as an individual. The difference is that you and I just don't have sexy breasts. So, the ladies out there do have an advantage, but us men, we ain't totally, like, without our wiles. Anyway, so, what are we looking at? I looked at the bracket earlier, so, I had the bracket open. So, it's Kelleher versus Bly? Cool T had a very strong run last week, actually. And you know what's funny is that Game Time would have been in this tournament, except for he was in the Midwest Cup, and he had to go for a football game also. And he literally played, I've never seen 7 ZVZs played in under an hour. Like, it was the most spectacularly fast ZVZ series I've ever seen in my life. I'm kidding you, I'm not kidding you, like, so the way the Midwest Cup works is that because it's double elimination tournament, we don't do 2 best of 5s for the finals. What you do is, if you are the winner in the winner's bracket, you get a 1-game advantage in the final best of 7. So if you win the winner's bracket, you automatically get 1 game up on whoever's coming from the loser's bracket. So there's a 1-game or 1-map veto, and then a 6-map pick. And I hate to say it, but Game Time, like, was like, all right, I gotta go to a football game. Let's just rock this out. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to forfeit. So I saw 6 games in an hour and 10 minutes. Yeah, that was insane. Like, I've never seen so many Ling Bling rushes in my entire life. Like, 1-base Ling Bling, and it's Legacy of the Void too. So it's not Heart of the Swarm. Like, the tournament format's been switched already. Well, I mean, you knew that, but, like, the rest of the people viewing didn't know that. By the way, Pastor and I had a pretty damn epic best of 3, man. Pastor did take it in the final throws 2-1, but he had to work for that shit. Oh, and did you say cheese? How is, how is a 1-Rax expand cheese? Oh, yeah, that was awesome, though. You kind of stuck to that defense. And that wasn't a cheese. I had an expansion, by the way. Look at the replay.
I saw the replay. I saw it. Anyway, guys, you can hear me again just because it's kind of weird having a one-way conversation. But let me turn off the music then. I'm going to get copyrighted for it anyway.
It's okay, so am I. I'm listening to the same stuff. I'm listening to, if anyone's heard of Bryn Mawr and the song Hula Hoop, that's what I'm listening to right now. But no one can hear that because it's on my own headphones. What we doing?
Nice. But anyway, we were just talking about best of 3. It was the Midwest Cup, which is actually awesome here. Nivik 706, he's a really good guy. Had the pleasure of talking to him a couple of times. Never met the dude, but I'll just guess that he's a good guy based on what I've seen.
He is.
But so far, we are kind of waiting on the second finals to get on the way. Kelleher and Cool T are battling it out. Looks like Kelleher's going to take this first game here based on the stream I'm looking at, the twitch.tv/RockletsTV. So I don't know if they want us getting into the second game there. Let me see if I may be too late. And I'll make sure to get you the invite as well. So we may be hopping into game number 2, Cool T versus Kelleher. Ugh. It hasn't started. May have been too slow. Yeah, I think... Oh, man. Okay. I think I was too slow. I was very, very lazy. And it looks like they went into game number 2 already.
You can always ask them if they want to restart.
Nah, it's alright. But, yeah, welcome to the stream. If you guys are just now tuning in, this is the ESL NA Open. I actually saw Kelliger is streaming, so I may just watch that for a couple of seconds, see his first person.
You know what you can do? You can do what Pluto did one time, where you go in and you load his stream, and then you do the screen capture of his stream, and then you put that on top of your stream. So you're streaming his stream like Inception, the movie.
I've actually done that before.
It's
Like-
kind of terrible for the viewers, but at least it gives them an idea of like something to watch, you know?
Yeah, actually, I may just host someone while we're waiting. I'm gonna see about that. That doesn't, like, mess with anything, does it?
When you host,
Like,
it might, because I'm hosting you. But if you host, that's fine. Let me know who you're hosting, and I'll just host them.
you know, I'm just gonna do a screen capture. That's,
The screen capture drops the frame rate to about half of what you normally get, but it's okay because you see it live, and you and I can commentate based on what we see on the screen capture. Well, you can anyway. I can't. Well, I guess I can watch your stream, but that's kind of weird because I'd be on a 2-minute delay.
alright, so guys, this is probably the worst idea I've ever done, but you know what? I'm gonna try it anyway. Let me know how it looks. There will be like a 2-minute delay, but we'll just see how it works. I'm gonna host the Rocklets, not host it, but I'm going to screen capture the Rocklets. That's just like, I don't know. That sounds cool to say.
I know. I like their name, and it's like it's these 3 Brazilian dudes who like have a like a 3-way stream, and like the production values for that stream are really good, and they balance each other out well. Like, even though I don't understand Portuguese, like, you just watch it and you can sort of see like the sort of playing off each other. It just feels very smooth when you watch their stream, for what it's worth. You know, I like what they do.
Yeah.
I don't know if they speak English. I know Sinistro does, but I don't know if the other 3 do. Because Sinistro's the admin, but then the other 3 are the casters. So I don't know if... I know Sinistro speaks English, but I don't think the other 3 casters do. So I'm not sure if they know that we talk about them like this, but I always like to recommend it. If you guys haven't seen a foreign language stream, check their stream out. It's really well put together.
Yeah, and actually, let me put on so everyone can actually hear them. But I think Sephiroth speaks English, just because... isn't he the one who usually talks to us?
Sephirothi? Yeah.
Yeah.
I say Sephirothi because he's got that extra E on the end, and it's not like a total Final Fantasy VII rip-off.
Yeah.
Rip-off.
But guys, basically what we're doing here is this is the Rocklet stream, and I'm just going to provide English commentary here. DJ, if you want to go to their stream, like, you can help.
I'll try to. Okay, let's do it. Like, where's Rocklets? I'll try to do this. This is going to be really messed up, because if I do this, you know what the thing... Rocklets... And I've got their stuff saved. Come on, I thought I had them as a favorite.
TZ TV. But we do see that everything's looking pretty normal here for the moment. Kelliger just going for that standard Protoss versus Protoss build here. Wants to win the game so he can move on to the finals, because Kelliger versus Bly, that's actually what I'm looking forward to, and I know you guys are too. Don't even try and lie about it.
By the way, I have the wrong... Rocklets itself, is it Rocklets 1? Because Rocklets itself is not broadcasting right now.
No, it's Rocklets TV. If you need to look for it...
There you go, thank you. Alright,
Yeah.
I just followed the wrong stream, whatever.
Yeah, I have no idea. Let me see here. But, yeah, we do have the Reaper about to be built here. Just needs the gas for it. The Nexus has gone down on the other side of the map. It was a Nexus first, I
He's scouting in the wrong
believe.
direction. If you look at it, he's scouting in the wrong direction. That's not a great thing. I mean, it's not terrible that he's looking at this, but I mean, like, the worker, and maybe I'm behind you on this. I mean,
No.
I see the Reaper coming down, but I see the scout in the wrong direction.
Well, it's the SCV you're seeing, and
Yes.
yeah, I think we're on the same.
Yeah, and now the SCV looks like hold on, please tell me it's not going cross map. Okay, so mine's in the middle of the map, and then...
No,
okay, it's going the right way. The Reaper is. Okay, good.
yeah, because yeah, that's one of the things you can do here. Just go cross map, because sometimes that's the case. But on this, like this time, it's not the case. It's going to be cross spawns. And I mean, didn't Cool T beat Kelliger last week?
Yeah, It was definitely a very close match, but I can't remember offhand because I play my own matches, and at some point you start getting ADD towards your own stuff. No
No, I mean
offense.
I'm trying to remember who actually beat Kelliser last week. It was
I'll have to look
yeah,
at the, I'll have to look
it
at the
was Cool
bracket,
T.
man.
It was Cool T.
Yeah, I thought
Because
that was right.
yeah, because Migraine got cheesed all those times, and Kelliser wasn't
Not
Protoss.
just cheese. He got cheese 7 games in a row.
Yeah, so that's not very good. He actually left a bit angry. I don't think it was not angry, but like
Very angry people. But the Reaper actually getting a few kills here. I mean, he pulled a lot of probes actually from mining here to deal with this, and the Stalker finally pops out, and the Mothership Core is completely out of position. I mean, this is really sort of like, okay, yeah, the Reaper will see like sort of what's going on, but like it got the damage done that it needed to do, and it kept basically everything even. I mean, 27 probes versus 20 SCVs is not like a terrible offset for a Terran versus Protoss.
especially not with mules. I totally agree with you. And
Yeah,
yeah, and I'm actually loving this build out of Kelliser. I haven't seen it too much recently, but basically you get 2 to 4 Hellions here. You drop in the main base with a small drop of Marines, force Cool T out of position, and then you kill his entire natural. At least that's what's supposed to happen. And I think Kelliser has a good chance of making that happen just because he's got some really good control. But yeah, so far everything's looking good.
yeah. I mean, there's a couple of Hellions sitting at the center of the map. I mean, now they knows where he's at. I mean, the center of the map's gonna be the sweet spot, but you can maybe sneak in those Hellions to do a little bit of damage. I mean, the thing is, they don't cost a lot. They're 100 minerals. I mean, they're not a lot. I mean, you could send in like Hellions by the dozen almost at that price, right? I mean, yeah, the factory costs 100 gold or 100 gas, but I mean, you could run them into the natural here, pick up a couple things. I mean, the Mothership Core, while it might chip it away, is not awesome. I mean, like, yeah, it'll do some damage, but versus 4 Hellions, 4 to 6 in this case. Look at this. What's this? 2 more coming, plus 4 there. Yeah, 6 Hellions. That Mothership Core is just gonna like poke at them for a while, and the Reaper there. I think this is a good chance to actually do some serious economic damage.
Yeah. And it actually looks like we have some pretty good frame rate on the window capture, but back to the game. 6 Hellions, definitely going to do some work here, especially with the Marines. Oh boy.
Charge. Oh, they decided to go ahead and fight the Stalkers. No. I mean,
Yes.
Done.
That was actually really nice there. The Photon Overcharge not helping out at all, but he really needs to section off the Hellions at this point just to get some probe kills.
Yeah, and here they are. Look at that. As you called, he does that. He peels it off, deals with the Stalker, puts the other 2 in the main, basically.
Oh, he's just doing massive amounts of damage here. It doesn't look like much just yet, but he's forced the mining time to stop.
And the probes are stationary. Oh my god, the Hellions are going to get infinity kills here.
It's a probe massacre. This actually may be too much for Cool T to do here. And sorry, I don't have game sounds, guys. That's because that's not my stream I'm using.
And besides, we hear the Portuguese stream actually shouting a lot right now, which would be really confusing to hear Portuguese over English. So actually, those Marines.
Oh, that one.
Core.
Yeah, that one Marine with what do you call it? Medevac support actually will kill the Mothership Core. There's no Photon Overcharge just yet, and this one Marine is actually being a hero right now.
Mines being dropped from the natural. What's gonna happen?
Cool T's getting picked apart is what's happening.
Evaporates.
Jesus. Cool T's just getting ripped apart here. It's nothing like last week. And from here, Kelliser can really just needs to back off for a second here. Obviously, you don't want to give Cool T a lot of time to get back into it, but you just want to get your production up and kill him in the next couple of minutes. Pretty much. Big attack coming across the map from Cool T, but oh man, it's Wind Behind Dark Shrine.
No kidding. And you know what the thing is? He doesn't have any detection, does he? I don't see any turrets. We can't move over to see it, but I don't think he has an eBay. If he does, he has no turrets. Though.
He has an eBay. I can see because +1.
Oh, here it is. These 2 mines are going to take these Stalkers. Watch, they're walking in range. The mines load up and bam, half the Stalkers are evaporated. Wow.
That was just beautiful. This attack is pretty much dead. That bunker on the front is not going to die to 3 Stalkers and an Immortal anytime soon. And, I mean, honestly, at this point, Kelliser probably knows that there's a Dark Shrine here. Just because when behind Dark Shrine, it's kind of the creed.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I see you typing in the chat there. Probably no one knows what you're saying, but that's funny.
You know, one person does, and that's Sinistro. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, pretty much. But from here, we see production kicking off really hardcore for Kelleher here. Kulti has stabilized a little bit, but he's still very far behind in terms of economy.
But come on, look at Kelleher's like production tab. He's got
Yeah,
stim, he's got
pretty much.
combat shield. He's got freaking
Third base.
concussive shells. He's got +1 armor. I mean, the production for Kelleher is just off the chart. This is the sort of position you want to be in as Terran versus Protoss. You need all of your pistons firing, and it seems like, or feels like, Kelleher has just that.
Yeah, and here we go. Marauder production has started fully on, and turrets are everywhere, so obviously he's seen the Dark Shrine somewhere in there. So these guys not going to be able to do too much, even an Immortal in that drop, so that's going to be a little bit interesting.
The Immortal's meant to take out the turret, right?
Probably. That would be the most logical thing.
Oh, drop it! There it is! Oh, get out the Warp Prism! The Warp Prism's... Okay, the scan goes down, but there's nothing there to actually deal with it.
Yes, but that Warp Prism almost got taken out. If it would have... Oh
It
my
has 4
gosh, that was
health.
so close.
Seriously, 4 health and 4 shields.
But here we go, the Immortal actually going to come back in here. One DT actually died somewhere, I don't know. Yeah, but the Immortal does come out here as DJ dies off for a second.
I had a cough, sorry, dude.
Oh, okay. But the DT does get that one reactor here, but they all get taken out along with the Warp Prism. Kelleher actually had to come back in to defend against that.
Oh, Cruelty's walking with 3 Stalkers is terrible. I mean, there's just way too much there. I mean, that's, I hate to say it, but that's, considering his army size, is a fairly heavy investment as those 3 Stalkers. He's looking at a position where he might not be able to hold on to this. I mean, I see Marine, Marauder, like, mine, versus, like, only a handful of Stalkers across the board. The DTs are almost useless because of the number of scans. There's 3 bases down for Kelleher. I mean, this is going to be very, very difficult for him to hold. I mean, the amount of anti-armor that Kelleher is marching across the map with is... it's formidable for this Protoss person.
Yeah. One second, guys. Sorry, you're gonna miss you missed a small portion of this. Sinistro was talking to me in game, so I had to tab in for a second there.
Well, hold on. I'll tell you this right now. Right now, the Marine is pushing.
This is GG at this point.
To be honest, there's a lot of Stalkers there, but unfortunately, the force fields thrown down are not enough. The Kelleher is pushing. He's gonna snipe the natural, and the natural drops like a fly, and that is it. Unfortunately, there's nothing really left here, and Kelleher takes the Victoria, as the Portuguese stream would have us see.
Yeah, awesome game out of Kelleher, and that means he's in the final. So I'm gonna turn off the window capture.
Rocklets has got a 4-man stream. Holy shit! How do they do this?
They're just good at what they do. I'm thinking.
There's one guy with the most amazing beard ever. This guy is seriously, and I kid you not, the ZZ Top of Brazil. It's awesome. Holy cow, that is... You know, the thing is, A-Day is like, I never triple cast. I'm like, and I'm watching these brothers doing a quadricast. Like, they're taking it to the next friggin' level.
Yeah, that's awesome. I did recommend you for the party if you want to tab in for a second.
Alright, hang on 1 second. I'm tabbing in. There we go. Sorry, I'm there now.
And honestly, guys, the funny thing about having the delay in there is, like, we're already in party and we already have the map vetoes all done.
And we have 12 people in party.
Do we?
Brand new thing. Well, I mean, let's see.
2, 3, 4,
8, maybe 11. No, 10. 10 people in party.
Wow.
That is so balls. Like, I don't get how that's even like, remember how my stream used to lag out? It doesn't do that anymore. I almost want to be like in every group and every party and every chat just so I can push the limit of what I'm doing here.
That would kind of be funny, but we're in the finals. First map is going to be Iron Fortress, followed quickly by Coda, Moon, Moonlight Madness, Cactus Valley, Dash and Terminal in this best of 5. Why is he saying colors to orange and blue?
I don't know, but you know what's funny is I'm looking at this stream. I'm still watching Rocklet's stream, and these like four guys are like smiling and chuckling. I guarantee you that they're making fun of me, and that's okay because I've never been made fun of in Portuguese before.
How do you know?
No one grins that much online ever. It's just a rule. No one grins that much online ever.
If I knew what they were saying, para
I know,
aposta.
okay, like at this point, like almost because of this stream, I want to go take like a basic like Portuguese course, you know, just because.
I wish I knew Portuguese at this point, just because we have so many Brazilians here.
I know, and the thing is, I speak Spanish, and so like half the words, like when you hear them speak. So here's the thing about Portuguese: if you hear them speak, it sounds like Spanish, but when you see them type it, it looks like French. And I'm like, this is really fucking confusing. Sorry for my language, but it is.
Oh, I don't care about language. I know that's a big thing on your ESL cast, but not here. But we are hopping into this game. It's going to be a TVZ, the best matchup in all of StarCraft 2, except when you're
Yes!
getting beat in it.
Yes. You know what? I absolutely know a lot about Zerg, mostly how to lose to them. Okay.
Hey, you should see Legacy losing the Zerg.
Hey, I've been winning a lot in Legacy, so go F what you heard, it's what you're hearing. And I'm quoting DMX, right? Yeah, that's DMX.
I have no idea who that is, nor do I really care.
DMX is?
No.
Oh my. No, who? I'm typing this in chat.
Which chat?
Yours.
Okay.
What?
And
Up here in the upper right-hand corner, it's the Orange Terran. Favorite color, favorite race. It is Roots Kellezer.
his opponent representing the Ukraine, it is Acer's Bly. I've been meaning to do that voice for a while.
You're like, and it's Acer's Bly. That voice?
No, no, like a Slavic voice. Acer's Bly. I don't know what a Slav sounds like.
Teach me Acer's Bly. That's German. Sorry. Anyway, it's a TVZ. So here's the thing. So I've been doing a lot of Legacy of the Void. So I'm gonna start with the way the Heart of the Swarm used to be. And a lot of what the Heart of the Swarm used to be is you'll see a small Bioforce out of Terran, but then you'll see a heavy Roach transition and a Mutaforce out of Zerg. And the part of the reason why this is because if you see the Roach Force, the Terran will overreact and be like, oh, shizzy, I need tanks, or Thors, or Marauders, mostly. Suddenly, you've got Mutas in your base, and you're like, well, I don't have enough Marines. So, I'm curious to see if Bly sticks by that sort of, I don't know, like, basic sort of, you do things the way you do things approach.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, you're right. It would be it's like a small roach transition. You kind of just use it to block off the the natural position from your Hellions, and you just use like 5 or 6 roaches to put on a little bit of counter pressure after you beat pretty much the Hellions back. Then you do that transition into 3-base Mutalisk.
Yeah. And you can sort of see how he's defending against that. If you notice the spawning pool position, it's right up against the Vespine Geyser, which prevents things like just straight run-bys, where you can't just simply run a unit clean, like in that nice clean arc behind the mineral line, which is what like Reapers, Drops, and other fast units. And I'll say like things like Zerglings will try to escape. Hellions are a good example. Blink Stalkers sometimes will try to play that to their advantage, although Blink Stalkers can hop buildings like that. But still, 4 Zerglings out to go ahead and deal with Kellezer's worker. They're going to try to cut it off here. Kellezer didn't really get actually much of a scout. I mean, he did see that there is unnatural, but he doesn't know what other buildings are in there, which is really detrimental to the Terran, because you need to know when that Roach Horn goes down, if it's going to go down. I mean, or the Baneling Nest. And here's the
Reaper.
Reaper, I was going to say Hellion, trying to do that, but now it's delayed. So it's like chasing stuff all over the map when it should really be scouting. So it has no idea that there is a little bit of gas being mined. That the natural's down, but it doesn't know anything else. Like, for all he knows, it could be 2 gases or a Roach one. He doesn't know, and that's bad news for the Terran.
Yeah, I mean he's using the Reaper to kill off all the Zerglings, but at this point, there's no real. nothing about it. There's only one Zergling, and that's not going to kill off anything.
No.
So he should take the Reaper in there and just do whatever he can to get that scouting information. As the Roach Warren is thrown down out of Belai, you really want to see that at this point before the Roaches are out, because if you see them as they're killing your base, it's not a good time to see them.
No. And the other thing is, you're right. The little Zergling hunt was nullified because he's got a full wall at his main. So I mean, why build the bunker now when he didn't necessarily need it? There was no early Ling pressure. There was no early Bailing pressure. Like, yeah, okay, the Reaper's going to get in here, but now the Roach Warren's there, and now look at the production tab. And we're looking at 4 Roaches and how many Marauders? That's right, none. It's only Marines, which is bad. Yeah, he's got a Star Point coming down. I mean, he's got 2 Hellions out, but once he sees that, which did he still see? He did finally scout it. What is he going to do? If he builds barracks right now, which he has the... I know he doesn't have the money to, but he can't really do anything here. He's kind of in trouble. Should that Roach Force come, there's no anti-armor to deal with this.
Well, that's not... Yeah, that is about 6 or 7 Roaches that can easily DPS this down if it's not repaired quickly, which there's really no SCVs in position to do so. And actually, Killers are supply block here, wanting to go for Widow Mines to defend against this. Stuck with 2 Hellions to try and do some damage across the map.
Oh my god, the Hellions are going across the map. The Roaches have completely hit this. I mean, yeah, there's a wall off, but it's only 4 Marines. This is not... 4 Marines cannot kill 6 Roaches unless perfect. Now, there's a Marauder out good. He does throw them back, so the Roaches are not totally dead, but there's no pressure here at his main. There's a little bit of effort in the natural here, but the Queen is picking a lot of this stuff off, and he does get 6 drones, so that's not terrible.
Cool. That's a great pickup, actually.
Yeah.
So at this point, the Roaches still trying to pretty much just scare Killazur at this point, but yeah, Widow Mines.
Oh, does he get the mine? Oh no, he doesn't. He shouldn't have pulled back. He should have stayed there, gotten the one, and been done. He would have been fine. This is what I see among high-level players. They're almost too jumpy. Their reactions are almost too fast, as opposed to being like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna commit, kill this one thing, and then back off." Right? And I think he could have got one of those mines, which would have helped. The other one, well, you deal with that with a Zergling run by.
Yeah, so at this point, I mean, these Roaches, not much they can do. There's 3 Marauders out there. 3, in a lot of places doesn't equal 6, but here it definitely does, especially when that 6 isn't at full health. And, I mean, there's no third base just yet. He's just not now throwing it down, so actually both sides a little bit delayed on their tech choices. You know, the Hellions were a little bit delayed.
Yeah, where's the... I don't see an eBay, and I don't see an Evo chamber either. That's very surprising. Normally, when you throw on the Roachhorn, you normally see them do a wall, at least on this particular map, where you see a double Evo chamber and a Roachhorn, and then a 1-hex exit for the units, right? I don't see that from Acer's Bly.
Well, we do have those 2 eBays coming down, and the production from Killazur is just now about to kick in here. There is enough to make about 6 Marines at a time, or 4 rather, I can't count. And from here, I mean, Killazur can take the upgrade lead very quickly if he wants to. He just needs to start it, because he double eBay. And
he could do it anytime there. No, that's not it. He did not. No. He decides to make units, which is fine. I suppose like having combat units sometimes trumps units. He does throw down +1 weapons, and there's +1 infantry armor. So you're right, very delayed. And then the one Viking over here pulling a cinematic trailer here where it does a power slide into a base. It's done actually about 15% damage to it, and it's gonna get oh my god. This Viking here actually manages to get 3 kills micros away. And I've never seen Brown Viking Micro quite like this. It decides to lift up, transform, and says GTFO, Senora.
Yeah, I was about to say, making a spore crawler for a Viking on the ground, not the best. But we do see a huge swell of Lings coming in here. Oh I don't think this is going to be the best choice just because Stim is done. With Stim and Medivacs?
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Look at the Roach push. There are about 20 cross map here. This is going to be weird. So obviously both players don't know where the other guy's at. So the Roaches are sitting here standard, and there's what is this? This is what's in this base? So there's 2 Marauders. There's 6 Marauders, and then only 4 Marines. So this is not a massive force, but this could be one of these like weird semi-base trades. But the mines at the front are very real. Stim goes in. I don't know here. This is going to be weird.
Yeah, big attack coming out of Kelliger. The drop going to get cleaned up here. There's just not enough in this drop. Too many Marauders, I feel.
Yeah.
A couple of SCVs go down as they went to the top.
Mines!
But the Widow Mines...
Oh,
Oh,
he does draw one that's very beautiful. He does go ahead and pick off the bunker in 2 shots, and he goes and takes it out. The workers have literally nothing to contend with. And so they're just going to the Roaches are going to sort of walk in and picking off the actual combat use. 2 more mines go down. This is going to be dangerous. One locks on. The second one locks on. Oh my god, and suddenly this Roach Force, which is numbering in 20, is now down to 5.
yeah, the drop goes down to the third base and actually kills that off. As this is going on, the Roach Force completely cleaned up at this point, almost. With the next round of production, it should just die. And, I mean, this drop is still going super strong here.
Yeah, thinking about it, there's no third for either person, right? And I know it's worse off for Zurich, but there's way too many Roaches here for these 2 Marauders and this 1 Marine to do anything useful. And basically, the third of Kelliser has just now gotten its 2nd worker moving at it. So, I mean, like, there's some serious... Oh, and, oh my god, look at this. Oh, Kelliser has no idea. The Burrow and Tunneling Claws allows 4 Roaches to sneak basically all the way into the main. This is going to be truly a WTF moment.
Yeah, this is an awesome move out of Acer's Bly, going for that economy. He's going to, first off, take these 5 to 6 Roaches, put them in the... well, he put them in the main base.
Oh,
boy.
Drop. He has no idea. He just ejected with the Doom Drop, and there are another 4 Roaches moving into the base to join the other 5, and as soon as they pop,
Oh
this
my
entire main
gosh.
is gone.
This is almost a base trade scenario here. Acer's Bly does have a little bit of an advantage here because he's going to catch some of this drop, but already the Roaches just...
12, 13,
Oh
16,
man, here we go.
18, 20! Holy cow, 20 workers, an entire base removed from the map.
Yeah, and the drop was cleaned up already. So here we go. There's...
5 mines.
Oh my gosh, the 5 mines. Did they get taken
I
out?
just see them. The drop decides to move, but the mines are cleaned up. There's a few units there. The Roaches actually almost all died, but he does a nice split. Acer's Bly does a sending Roaches to every corner of his base. Holy cow!
Yeah, so Bly takes a huge, not a huge, actually it's pretty even in terms of income. Holy cow.
Look at this. I mean, well, however, worker count is nearly double for Acer's Bly, but the army count is about even.
Yeah, so you're going to have to really rely on mules, as Kelliser is going to do. But he's just doing an awesome job killing off that third hatchery as many times as it gets put up. The Roaches just now getting cleaned up, so that took a little bit longer. This one guy just wants to stay burrowed. You don't want to get up, dude. Just no.
Just stay down. Just stay down.
Yeah, and from here,
Kelliser loses nearly his entire main worth of workers. I mean, he lost over 20 workers in that Roach push, and here comes more Roaches. I mean, holy God, we're looking at 23 Roaches, and there's an entire Marauder, 1 Marauder holding the front down.
not even in the bunker either. But here we go. The rest of the force stims down there. They're in a really bad choke point. I think they do have.
The mines!
Oh no, those mine hits have just been the saving grace of the day. So Bly really kind of wants to get out of there. You don't really have an option. A couple more Widow Mines, getting the good shots off.
Oh, and suddenly Acer's Bly army advantage drops to even. He still has the income, but 11 workers of Kelliser's 12 workers go down. Oh my God, this burrowed Roach mechanic is just stumping Kelliser for the life of him. And like 50 turrets going on. There's like turrets in random places all over the map now.
Yeah, that's kind of what.
Look at this. There's 1 Roach still in the main. 15 total kills.
Well,
3 more. No, there are 3 more Roaches. 16 kills. 17.
Yeah, the third base.
19.
Third base is going down. Bly focusing it down at the moment. So Kelliser's a little bit getting picked apart here. His drops haven't been able to do the damage they need to, and his economy is just in the toilet at the moment. He's going to try and cancel that third base once again. It's still not gone up, so he's not out of this game by any means. We do have the Hydras coming out and +1 attack and weapons finishing up. That armory never finished. It's still just sitting there with like 2 seconds to go. And you really want to finish that soon so you don't fall behind in these upgrades.
By the way, people in the chat are saying they can't actually hear me.
They can't?
I'm serious. Look in the chat. I shit you not. Look in the chat. They're like, we can barely hear you. And
Oh,
even Rose Roderis is saying it. So for whatever it's worth, I'm not going to talk any louder, but I mean, Christ. I mean, we're looking at like roaches go in. They're going to go and pick off 2 mines that aren't burrowed. I mean, nice sort of stutter step there. I mean, Bly keeps those 2 roaches alive just to see what's going on here. And this burrowed roach like attack is just literally like stumping Kellizer. He doesn't have Ravens out, which would be helpful. He has no he's throwing scans down, but it's just killing him because he keeps losing his 3rd base. And now we have Hydras out, which will just kind of end this whole like medevac Marine BS.
yeah, but here we go. He wants to finish this game now. The Roach is going back in once again. It doesn't matter how many missile turrets there are. They're gonna clean this. They're gonna clean this out. And honestly, Kellizer's on a timer here. There's, you know, his upgrades have not gone down at any time, so he's gonna go for that 3rd base once again. Use those mines to section everything out. These guys just hanging out.
No, but in the meantime, even though this 3rd is being picked off, it was useful for mining, whereas Kellizer's 3rd is basically not doing nothing but providing workers and mules to a now fully saturated main, you know? And here comes the main push. All right, so Blind goes ahead and pushes us out. And Kellizer's kind of like, well, I'm not dealing with that crap because I don't want to lose 6 medevacs. So he takes the medevacs and leaves. One of the medevacs, which is completely full, is down to only 22 health, which is dangerously low.
Yeah, and this is going to prompt Bly to attack here. The Roach is once again coming in right out of range of that turret. Yeah, out of range.
Oh, look at this push.
Oh, okay, so this is actually a good position for Kellizer. Because you attack in the front and the back here, but he kind of jumped the gun with the army in the backfield because he needed a few units to kill off the roaches.
Oh, you're right. When all the medevacs are out of position, there's none in the main to actually deal with this Marine force. There's only one. Scan goes down to see what is going on, and he sees the 6 roaches moving towards his base, so he stims and tries to pick them off, but not before he's able to actually get out of range of stim. So these 6 roaches are doomed because the entire army is basically surrounding them. But he can't see him. He was past. Oh, he calls a scan at the exact right moment, manages to go ahead and actually get all 3 roaches. So this match has been very, very back and forth. 22 minutes, and we are still on 2-base economy for both players.
And it's actually evened out in terms of worker supply. 30 to 20. No, that's.
No, you're right. No, 30 to 26.
30 to 26. If we look at units lost, 45 drones and 73 SCVs have died this game.
Total units. On that note, total units. 194 Terran units lost versus 160 Zerg units lost. But the Zerg units have lost nearly 15,000 in value versus the Terran units, which are just under 13,000.
And that's math with DJ. And at this point, I mean, Bly is moving up the tech tree here, and he has so much freedom to do so because the upgrades super late for Kellizer here. They +2 kicked in for Bly a while ago, and Kellizer's just kind of sick of all these roaches getting in his base, so he's got a Raven on the way. 3 more.
It only took 20 because you know what, my 28-minute stim timing is trumped by his 23-minute Raven timing after burrowed roaches.
Yeah, but here we go. The roaches actually not seen here.
No, they're not seen the 3rd. Once again, burrowed roaches are gonna get.
Oh man, that was not a good. That was not the best time to bring it up. You wanted to wait for the army to get out, but splitting them up is Bly. And I mean, Kellizer's not dead by any means here, but it's basically because the unit count is not very high for Bly here. It's 68 to 95. So while Kellizer is ahead in terms of army supply, Roach Hydra pretty good against just the pure bio style that Kellizer has.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I'm gonna go ahead and just for the sake of devil's advocate, I'm gonna say it's not good, and here's why. Look at the quantity of Marines we're looking at in this main push here. All right, we're looking at almost 48 Marines. Now, Marines versus Hydras are just awful. Like the Marines will always win that engagement. The thing is that +2 is finishing up, which means those Marines are now also good versus the roaches. Now, the infestors out here, they're the big question mark. If you get really good fungals on that Marine army, then you have a chance at decimating it and then maybe doing a push with some mutas, but I don't see a Spire, so I'm not sure what his follow-up would be to this massive and very expensive fleet, or I should say swarm of 7 infestors.
Well, honestly, he can go from ultras for here. the Infestors, like you said, a real what if. If Kelliger's splits are terrible, if they're not good at all, then you're gonna lose a lot of units before the fight even begins here. That's a lot of Ravens coming out here, so that's gonna mitigate a lot of the Hydra damage. While the third base is now finally saturated for Bly here, it just barely got saturated for Kelliger a little bit earlier. But
I think the big thing about the Ravens, and sorry to interrupt you, the Ravens don't do anything. So I don't think Ravens PDD stops the fungal growth like missile attack, right?
right.
So what is this? Where is this? Oh, so they do get some damage. By the way, one note in Legacy of the Void, the auto turrets, the duration is cut to something like 10 seconds.
Oh, that's fine. I don't use Ravens anyway.
Like Mass Raven is no longer a thing anymore. But look at this massive push out by Acer Bly. He wants this more than anything. He actually
Tries the fungal.
He tries the fungal. Not bad. He gets these 2 hiders up there. But pushing in here, this is gonna be difficult. I hope he sees it. The scan comes down, and Bly's like, no, thank you. He's even got 6 queens here to help out.
Yeah, that's for the transfuses. Definitely here. Those guys way on the wrong side of town.
Holy cow, 9 infestors.
Yeah, that's huge because not only fungals, you fungal them and then you kill them with the infested Terrans. That's another strategy.
With kindness.
Yes, with kindness. Infestors, they're the kindest thing on the block. If you're tired, they'll neuroparasite you and then they'll walk you wherever you want to go. They're just the nicest people in the world.
Oh, they are. My favorite thing in the entire world is to literally NP a battlecruiser. Which I don't get to do very often because I don't play Zerg. But both of these teams, I mean, look at this. Here's the crazy part. Kellizer is at 200. Bly is still working to actually get a 140, and there is a drop that was there that is now leaving 7 workers dead. Because you know what? There's nothing better than to keep trying burrowed roaches in a base with a turret and get 7 kills. Wow.
That was an awesome pickup here. Any kind of economy damage is expected at this point. You really want to get as much as possible. Scans go down, canceling the 4th base here. That's going to prompt the entire army of Bly to try and kill this off, but they're going to get the heck out of there.
They're coming in trying to pick up the medevacs. They boost out, and it looks like Kellizer's kind of like, hey, brah, not going to deal with this.
Yeah, so at this point, I mean, Bly can't really engage too far into this.
The infestors are in this army.
Oh my gosh.
Fungal. Oh my god, he gets a sick fungal. He throws one down randomly for no reason, but he's going to get this entire portion of the army, which is actually going to drive Kellizer to only 11 supplies short of max, which really isn't great.
Yeah, at this point, we do see a Roach here just fighting a couple of Marines. I don't know really what the point of that is, but you know what? It's Zerg. Anything's good. But yeah, here we go. Bly just doesn't want to attack is the problem here. He doesn't feel comfortable trying to kill off this 3rd base here, which is going to mine out just very quickly.
But look at the reason why. I can give you one good reason why, and that reason is 3-3. Kellizer has got a fully maxed out bio army, and in the meantime, you know, Bly is still at 2-2. So he doesn't quite have the capability to do this, and he hasn't started 3-3 yet either because he hasn't had the economy due to the fact that he hasn't had a 3rd base for half the game, and he hasn't been able to hold on to a 4th for like the last 10 minutes. So there is no 3-3. So right now, Kellizer has the superior army size because he's 40 supply ahead, and he has superior upgrades for everything. Does he have superior? Okay, so his vehicles are a little lacking. Does his no? And then his ships have nothing. But look at the Ravens here taking out the 3rd base again. OMG, passer.
Yeah, the drop did get cleaned up in the main base. That Legend Overlord just scouting everything. But I mean, at this point, Kelliger maybe a little bit too defensive. I mean, you can certainly attack into this. That a lot of infestors means not a lot of DPS.
Yes, but what there is, so is this 2 drops? Okay, so there is 2 more medevacs moving out, but the one thing that's terrible is that those auto turrets last for almost 3 minutes in this game. That's insane. So 6 more drones go down. Where do the drones actually die at? Where does I don't see where those died at.
The third. They focused down the turrets. I think focused down.
Oh no! If those tanks get siege up, these infestors aren't long for the world. The fungal goes down. It grabs 2 medevacs. Manages to snag one of them. So not bad. But those tanks, they prevent any sort of aggression there. What I think needs to happen. Here's my theory. What needs to happen now is what is it? What's the upgrade for the hell is it?
Corvid
The
reactors.
no. For the overlords, the ability to carry units.
Oh,
I
pneumatized
think
carapace.
what?
Ventral sacks.
Okay, he needs ventral sacks and he needs speed, and then he can do a mass drop in the main and wipe out all this production.
Yeah, good siege up position by Kelliser. The fourth base is being taken as
Oh,
well.
Vipers!
Oh
Snagging
no.
three of the tanks.
That is not good. There was nothing to defend the tanks here. So the tank count is actually reset to 2. So, I mean, Kelliser, once again, he's on a timer here. The Greater Spire has completed. 6 Corruptors means 6 possible Broodlords. So he really wants to do something soon. Because once Broodlords are out, it's very hard without Vikings to engage into the Zerg army, especially with all the full energy infestors.
Yeah, and the thing is that, like, if he's got the ability to do this, there goes the last tank. It gets picked off like butter, baby. The 5th base, 1, 2, 3, yeah, the 5th base goes down for Bly. Meanwhile, the 5th base also goes down for Kelliser, but it's in its infancy. So that base isn't going to really be useful, because if you look at the one for Bly, it's nearly completed. So his 5th base will be up just the way he wants it. So, I mean, this is just absolutely insane. And this is only game 1, by the way. Game 1 so far, because that's what this is. And no one's got a best of anything, because this final's going to last for potatoes.
Yeah, the Infestor actually getting a few worker kills here. Awesome, awesome to see the use of that. Just use those Infestors in a way to do damage to your opponent. And I mean, 2 CCs are on the way here, so Kelliser not bad in terms of economy. He will never be that.
Planetaries, look at the positioning of those. Those are planetaries.
Yeah, but honestly, the Broodlords are out. So will he be able to really engage into this? I think the best thing to do here would be just to force Bly to stay at home.
Right now, he could actually kill. The tanks are out of position. Right now, Bly has an opportunity to actually take this fight to this base at front and maybe take out this tank or this 5th base down here.
Yeah, here comes these tanky siege units in the Broodlords. I mean, you do have how many Ravens are left?
No, there might be Ravens, but it's more the Viking count, and there are no Viking counts. You can split Broodlords like you can shuffle cards.
Yep.
But the Broodlords decide to back out in light of the fact that there's scans aplenty down there, and actually the main army is going after these 4 medevacs. Oh, the one medevac gets pulled and doesn't get picked off. No. Oh, he gets pulled back again and it's killed.
Yeah. So both players. Well, actually, Bly has stopped on 2-2. So. Oh, here we go. This is going to be the last engagement. I can tell.
Oh, Broodlords here. They pull out. They pull back, but the main army is not here. Right there's the Seeker. Oh, no, the Seeker missile's going to...
Oh, man. Yeah, these tanks doing a lot of good work here, but the Broodlords can easily take those out. There's 2 more on the way. Seeker missiles going down. No splits coming in.
The Infestors when they hit. Oh, my
God.
God,
man.
The Broodlords, part of the Infestors. Fungals go down. I mean, this is ridiculous. The Viper's out of position. Gets picked off. The other Viper's out of position. Broodlords are chipping away from the back. Hydras are pushing in. This base at the front, which is supposed to be a, what the hell is that thing? It's supposed to be a thing that shoots bullets. It's not a thing that shoots bullets anymore. It dies immediately. Fungal traps half the infantry. Oh my God. Somehow Acer's Bly with the inferior army is now holding his own with these Broodlords.
Yeah, if we look at Kelliser's view here, he's still doing a lot of damage across the map here, trying to kill off Bly, but I mean,
but he takes out the 4th.
Yeah, he took out the 4th base, and I mean Bly's division attention is a little bit split here, but those Infestors get the Fungals off, and this actually may be too much for Kelliser to handle.
From rear actually comes in from Kelliser, and this entire army is completely.
Oh no!
And the Broodlords fall like nobody's business. The Fungals go down, but the Infestors are lost. Oh my God!
Yeah, but there's not a.
Now the army count for both players is now under 100 combined.
Yeah, and I don't know how the heck Kelliser just did that, but holy cow, he just did it. He can take out the Hive at his leisure, and now that the army's gone, he can. Yeah, this is.
There's only 2 bases. I mean, one base really that's mining, but it's not mining any gas. So I mean, like really, Bly has to call it. Wow, seriously, a 40-minute game 1 in that passer. if there are 4 more of these, I'm gonna need more beer.
Don't you need more beer anyway?
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I literally will need more beer.
Okay, so I'm gonna fix DJ's audio here. I was gonna do it after the game, but that was a long game. Ooh, I still have Kellinger open. I should probably close
Oh my
that.
god, that was insane. All right, sure, I'm getting another beer now.
Yeah, might want to get in for the long haul because that was one awesome game out of 3 at least. Audio settings, put you as high as I can go.
Yeah. As well.
Yeah. I'm full up everywhere.
It's Skype. Skype's got its own audio settings.
So what?
Go to option. Right click on our chat and go to options. I'm sorry. Go to like tools and then options, and then in there's audio settings, and you can adjust my volume within the audio settings of Skype itself.
Yeah. I'm looking at it. It's actually at the highest it can go, which is the problem.
You know what? Let me try to get my mic gain up higher. Maybe it's my mic gain here. Give me a second here, guys.
Okay.
This is gonna be ungodly loud, but I did it because StarCraft lowers everything. So here, I'm gonna put mine up another 20%. So now we are at 50%. So if you guys can hear me now, I am now at 50% gain.
Yeah, so hopefully that fixes it. Let us know, guys, as we're gonna hop into game number 2. I should probably tell them that one of them I heard in the game. Like, did you hear that?
Test.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Alright, if I get really close, I'm gonna sit right here real close to my desk and start talking some more. We'll see how that goes. I'll raise the mic closer to my face. You know what's weird? The Samsung mic I have has got 3 like little feet that look like shoehorns.
Yeah, that's
Like
kind of
school grandpa shoehorns. And I'm like, should I use this as a mic or put my shoes on in the morning? I don't know.
yeah. Actually, I don't. Was Bly ready? I didn't see him say ready in chat, so I'm a little
You
worried.
gotta ask him in game.
Well, I can't ask him.
Are you not a referee?
Yeah, I'm a ref, but
Then ask him.
no, he's in game. We're good.
Alright.
My screen changed. Yes, that's kind of what it does sometimes. It's supposed to do that. But anyway, guys, he may have lost that last game, but he's nowhere near out of it. Representing the Ukraine and Acer, it's Bly.
And the guy taking probably the most, and this is the only time I've ever seen a Terran not go mech versus Zerg but win in a 40-minute game. It is Root Gaming's Kellinger.
Yeah, so what do you expect for this game? It's a 2-player map instead.
And I'm gonna pardon my language, I have no fucking clue. Like, I don't know, Battle Cruisers and Nidus Worms? I don't know. I mean, like, the last game was very, very touch and go. Like, you never knew who was gonna commit, who was gonna just go all in. And when they did, it looked like a base race, like you called earlier. And I'm like, so I'm guessing Battle Cruisers and Nidus Worms. I have no idea. Though, to be honest, I really think that there should be maybe some, a bit heavier of the Widowmine play. They're cheap, they're dangerous, and I think that really, Kellinger should probably focus on Widowmine play early.
Yeah, honestly, I'd love to see just cut out the Hellions entirely and go straight for a 4 Widowmine drop. Just drop 2 in the main base, 2 in the natural. I've been... overlay is up.
Do you have the overlay up?
Should be in game.
You're on a 2-minute delay though, right?
Oh. He doesn't sound any louder. Okay.
I'll try to jack mine up more, huh? I'll jack it all the way to the max, brother.
Okay, well, while he's doing that, Bly went for that hatch first. While it looks like Kellinger's just going to go for that standard Reaper opening here, which is actually really powerful just because you see all that...
well, I know what the problem is. I know why my voice doesn't sound any better. It's because StarCraft overrides the in-game microphone bullshit. So hold on, I'm jacking up the StarCraft one so I can adjust it. So hold on.
Well, I think it's on my end. For some reason...
No, trust me. Yeah, okay, there we go.
Okay, so...
Test. I should be 100% louder than I was on 25% gain before. I'm now at 50% gain. So if you guys still can't hear something, let me know.
Yeah, and as he fixes as he fixed that, Kelliser going for the really aggressive bunker here, not even trying to hide it. And these drones trying to kill off the SCV, but they're not going to get it. That SCV is tucked quietly away, and the Reaper is on the way to kill off everything in sight.
Now, unfortunately, it's going to be. Here we go. Oh my God, he gets it in there. I hate to say it, but that's what she said. He got it in there.
Yeah, the SCV is going to die off here soon, unless he wants to bring it into the bunker, which he does. So, yeah, great micro out of Kelliser so far. Second Reaper on the way. And, I mean, he has the potential to do a lot of damage here. One Zergling is all that died so far, but, yeah, once you kill off these few Zerglings, you're really forced to make more, which is less drones, which is less economy, which is less time, which is more time it takes to get set up. And yes, he did Europedophilia, I think, or Pedelia.
You're on. Yuri, I don't. Yeah, that. What I'll go through the thing. But anyway, so the two queens and everything are taking us out. But the thing is that the Reapers inside are doing a good job at holding off. He does decide to salvage it, but he isn't able to salvage it in time. So now the Reapers are on their own. The one Reaper coming in the natural is now out of there. The other two are gonna be like, "Hey, YOLO, let's do this." Can't get a good circular vent because of the spawning pool position, and they decide they're just gonna leave out of there. And 3 Reapers, 4 drones, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Yeah, so Kelliser got a lot of damage done. 4 drones were killed in that entire debacle. And, I mean, Bly will stabilize here in a couple of seconds. But it's really going to come down to how much he had to spend on early army units rather than drones, which are, as a Zerg especially, super important. Now now the Hellion follow-up here is going to be the big thing, because there's no wall-off on either ramp for Bly. Will he be able to throw one down in time? Will he even be able to spot this is the big question.
I mean, he's got Zerglings coming in through like some random thing to try to do some counter-aggression, but unfortunately, Hellions and Reapers can kill almost infinity Lings, especially when there's only 8 of them. And so this is going to turn out very bad. He'll get the depot, maybe, but like with the Hellions being able to shoot in a straight line and a 3rd Hellion coming to sort of like give support, this is going to be very bad.
Yeah, but this does give a lot of time for Bly to get a wall up and prevent these Hellions from getting in.
Oh,
but
I don't think so. I mean, like, even if you threw down 3 spine crawlers right now, spine crawlers take as long as a factory does to build, and it would never finish in time. But still, the depot goes up. The Zerglings turn into barbecue fodder, and that is kind of the end of that attack.
Yeah, so the Zerglings didn't get that much scouting information. Yeah, don't post those kind of links, man. I don't know what it is, but I don't really care.
It's okay. Pastor only likes links that have to deal with either really hot girls or really large dudes. I'm kidding.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, shut up.
But anyway, we do see those Hellions starting to move in. These 2 queens at the front. Honestly, you could just go past them, but instead he's just going to kill one off. Now they're...
He just doesn't GTFO. He's like, you know what?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so he kills off the queens, which is less injects, and since Bly is supply blocked, that's going to hurt him in the it's going to hurt him right now.
It is, but you know what Hellions do to roaches? They
tickle them.
However, the one random Viking is kind of like, hey guys, it's like, welcome to Kelliser Air. We are here to shoot some things. Tray tables in their upright position, please.
Oh my gosh, since there's no queens, all these overlords that were in the natural base are getting taken out by that one Viking that Kelliser made.
Yep.
So that's awesome right there.
And meanwhile, there's roaches attacking a bunker that are being repaired by, I kid you not, no less than 20 workers.
Yeah, 6 workers have gone down here, but the power of mules...
oh my god. Between the Banshee and the unlimited number of workers, apparently, because all you need is 2 Marines and a Marauder, apparently, to hold off an entire attack. Hellions roasting 20... Holy crap. 22 drones have died. 25! 26! The number can 27!
This
is 28! I'm gonna orgasm if they hit 30! Oh, he died.
Yeah, Rose, you can only change the quality settings if you're a partner, so really sorry about that, Inverno. But yeah, this is one of those things where you see angry Reddit posts the next day.
Oh my god, you know what? I'm banging my head on the mic. Like, seriously, 28 kills.
Yeah, and these queens also going to go
The
down.
Banshees are in here to add insult to injury. What is going on?
I mean,
The world is ending for this Zerg player.
yeah, Kelliger just taking full advantage of the chaos. Yeah, that Overseer will prevent these guys from doing too much more here, but 2 Banshees still does a lot here. And from here, Siege Tanks, 5 racks. This is just not looking good for Bly. It's going to be really hard for him to come back here, mainly because he has to spend a lot of money on drones that you don't really want when you want army units. Okay, yeah, sorry guys, Skype is a pain.
I'll try to readjust it real quick here. Give me a hot second as soon as this Banshee attack is done. This Banshee attack should have really... Oh, it's going down to focus the Queen. Holy cow, is he going to get the Queen? It does get the Queen. Doesn't even get in range of the Spore Trawler. They can pick off this Extractor, limiting the amount of gas that already Acer's Blade has. And suddenly, Hellion Reaper Banshee is a thing now. What in the what?
It's 12 army supply versus 54 here. At this point, Kelliger can move across the map and kill Bly, move on to the 3rd game, and that's exactly what he's going to do here. Stim, he doesn't even have Stim. He doesn't even need it at this point. I don't think there's just not too much here Bly can do. He's still...
Yeah, I agree. I mean, like, these Banshees, like, one Banshee's got 15 freaking kills, the other one has 6. 21 kills between 2 Banshees. What potato universe are we living in? Are we watching, like, I hate to say it, but are we watching Livy B? I don't know what's going on here right now.
Jeez. But yeah, here we go. The last final push.
Oh, this isn't the straw that broke the camel's back. This is the Siege Tank Marauder push, and Acer's Bly is like, F this, I'm out.
Yeah, and also, guys, sorry that he's not louder. I'm trying to get him.
I'm trying to say. I just increased my mic volume in Skype, and I'm gonna try to do it again in. Well, give me 1 second before we start.
No, like I know it's me. I just don't. Uh-oh.
You don't know it's you. It's never you.
No, I think it is me. Just because.
All right.
Like,
I'm gonna max out the volume in everything. I'm going to 11 here. All right. I'm gonna make this work somehow.
Yeah, hang on. Let me see how you sound on screen.
I'm literally going to turn everything up. You're going to be deafened here, bro. So I am up to 100%. I can go no router on my end under any circumstances. I went from 25% up to 100%. I am now up at like absolute insane testicle level. Like right now, I've got elephantinus of the voice going on. Okay, I can actually see my mic clipping. I'm talking loud enough that my mic is actually distorting.
I think I crashed.
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
I'm checking. I'm letting them know you crashed. Hold on.
SC. Yep, SC2 not responding.
Alright guys, can you hear me now by any chance? I don't think I can actually turn up anything louder than I already am.
Can you tell him I'm relogging right now?
I saw you cancel the ready process and you just went offline. It says that you're whatever.
Yeah, I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to find out why you're not as loud as you...
Just get back into the game. These players want to play. We'll deal with that later.
Yeah. I'm starting battle on that right now, but it's really, really slow. Say something real quick.
Test.
Yeah, you're only going to like halfway on my audio settings.
Then there's something on your end because I am literally clipping on my own mic. Like there's a red light that comes on when my amplitude of my voice is actually overpowering the gain of the microphone. And it is on 100% of the time, every word I speak.
Audio.
Hold on, let me make sure. You're not in the group. Hold on, let me find you. Where the hell are you? Are you in the game?
Okay. This is going to probably kill everyone's ears, but I'm bringing the mic auxiliary boost No, that's not it.
There you go. Did you get the invite? Take the invite.
Okay, we're good.
Alright, test. 1, 2, 3, 4. I am at max volume as far as I can go. I've turned everything up 75% higher than I was before.
75%. Okay.
Well, I was at 25% and I put it up to 100, so I went 75% difference. So if you guys can hear me, let me know.
Like, honestly, you sound.
Okay, here's the thing. If you can hear me, if I am loud enough, go ahead and type 1 in the chat. If I'm still not loud enough, type 2 in the chat.
Yeah, definitely gotta try
And make
Razor.
sure that you have your own tablets and computer screens and headphones turned up all the way. But 1 for loud enough, 2 for not loud enough.
Yeah, so we got about a 2-minute delay here as we get into this third
You
game.
know what? This Razorcom shit doesn't work. Is not the problem. I'm telling you that because I just had an entire tournament with Skype, and I was the loud one, and my co-host was not the loud one. Okay?
Were you the guy streaming or the host?
No, I was not. Nivik was streaming. It was the Midwest Cup.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to, like, honestly, I'm gonna have to figure this crap out, because holy cow, Skype. I think what happens is the game overpowers the Skype call, which is what the thing is.
It does. No. If you go into the voice chat, no, that's what you do. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Go into the options of the game, go to voice, and turn that up all the way. Like, reactivate voice, and then turn up everything in there, maximum, and then turn voice off.
Turn voice off?
No, so turn voice on, turn all the sliders to maximum, and then turn voice off. In StarCraft 2.
Wait, so sound or voice?
Okay, no. Okay, F10, options, go to voice, enable voice chat, click that box, and then turn voice chat output volume and microphone volume both up to 100%, and then uncheck enable voice chat and hit the accept button at the bottom.
Okay, so
Right now, that setting right there, regardless of whether voice chat is enabled or not, alters every single microphone setting in all of Windows for every application. If you change that setting and you load StarCraft, it will override every setting in every volume application in the entire Windows environment for every application you have. Because Nivek had to reset his entire thing for an entire tournament today because Battle.net does that both in Legacy of the Void and Heart of the Swarm.
okay, so I turn off that, turn that on. Okay, so before we get too far in here, spawning in the top right position here, he's 1 game away. It's Roots Kellizer.
And sitting down in the bottom, more than frustrated as I would be, it is the Red Zerg, it is Acer's Bly.
Okay, so hopefully everyone can hear you now.
I hope so. That's that's the rarest thing I've ever heard, that no one can hear me. I'm not exactly a quiet guy.
Yeah, we know.
By the way, guys, if I get too loud, let me know. I do have to fix my settings at the end of the stream because I went like full, like balls deep volume.
You said 1 was for if you can hear him, right?
Yes, 1 was if you can hear me, 2 if you cannot hear me.
Okay, they can hear you.
Alright, so we're going to continue this. Remember, 1 if we're good, 2 if we're bad.
Yeah,
Or
so
just say it sucks, whatever works.
yeah, Reaper coming in here with the bunker complete. There's nothing to stop it this time. No drones were pulled. So, I mean, Bly here may just... No, he's not conceding defeat. You definitely never concede defeat in these tournaments.
No, and look at this. There's nothing here. Like, the Queen isn't even ready. 4 Zerglings are out, but they're not going to be able to outrun a perfectly kited... Look at this. The Reaper's taking... What's the Reaper got? The Reaper's got 15 health down. Oh, the Spine Crawler goes down. He's going to have to... Sorry, Spore Crawler. Okay,
Yeah.
he cancels that.
Yeah, that's just to keep the drone alive.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Queen is now out here. The Zerglings have to be careful because if they go into that bunker, there's 2 Reapers there to kill them off. Bly having to pull back everything. Oh, wow.
Oh, my God.
Now I have to turn down the volume.
No, you just got to deal with it, man.
No, not you, but the game.
Well, just deal with it loud. Pull a headphone off your ear, like, set off to the side the way DJs do. Because guess what? There are Zerglings aplenty, and unfortunately this bunker's going to go down. It's going to get salvaged. And then the Reapers are in the base. Guess what? versus Slowlings. Reapers are gonna win every time.
Yeah, so far one has 3 kills, the other has just 1. So a little bit of a slacker at this point. 3 drones, 3 Zerglings are the unit counts lost.
Kaiser thinks these guys can get out. There's nowhere. Oh no, he's gonna hop up, hop down, and out.
Yeah, that's one of those little known tricks here. And fun fact, while we're waiting for everything else to happen, these 2 guys, the Tastalope and the Artosalope, if you are playing the game and you click on them very rapidly, they die. They're click shy. But behind this, the 3cc opening is full underway. The Hellions are coming in as well. And, I mean, while Bly didn't take as much damage as he did last time, it may be hard for him to hold here if he's not careful. We got the Tech Lag coming down the starport, almost complete here. So, Banshee is definitely a possibility. But it looks like he's going to get a Viking first.
No. Oh, yeah, there he goes. He does go ahead and go for that. He did delay. That was a little weird because, I mean, you did see the Tech Lab come down a little bit late.
Yeah, so he may not even make Banshees at this point. He may just go for Marauders to kill off everything. But on the back of this Bly, going to break down those back rocks. And Kelliger has no idea this is happening.
No, not... Yeah, good, low, and yeah, you aren't quiet. Ha! Sorry, I got a message inside the game from Roser Darris that says, yeah, good enough, and yeah, we know you aren't quiet.
Oh, that's the best.
Anyway, Hellion Reaper push. Oh, this is gonna be just... This is gonna be absolutely insane. I mean, the amount of queens there just aren't gonna be able to, like, be overwhelmed by this small force here. I mean, they're gonna get some chipping away at it, but, like, eventually... Oh, 1 queen does go down. The Banshee, is there a Banshee?
Yes.
Yes, there is. So this is the typical follow-up. You know what's messed up? You know who does this build even better? Camker of Team Ascension. This, unfortunately, this is, I'm going to have to say it, like a very slow version of this. But he's going to do his best here, Kellinger, to go ahead and close this series down by doing the build that I've been destroyed to more than once.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that this is a super powerful build versus Zerg. Just look how much damage it's doing right now.
It's a powerful build versus any race. The difference is that roaches need to be made. Roaches counter this and it's over. It's game over.
Yeah, and there's no larva. These queens are all pulled out of position to defend this, so there's no injects going down whatsoever.
No roach warren, no nothing. You're right.
So this may be it here.
And that's it. There's 1 queen out on the field, and it's not going to be able to kill all this stuff. I mean, the Viking comes over, lands as insult. I just don't see how Bly's going to be able to hold this off without a roach horn. He puts a spore crawler down for whatever reason. I don't know. The Banshees, yeah. But the Banshee doesn't have cloak yet, so I don't think it matters.
Yeah, Cloak finishes in 10 seconds, but there's nothing to shoot up. That queen just bursting into a pile of blood and ribcage. There's just nothing Bly can really do at this point. The Spore Crawler only halfway done, so all these queens are dying. 21 kills so far. And Bly...
He taps out.
Yep, he taps out. Kellinger is the winner of $50, a lot of esteem, and that was an awesome series.
That was. I mean, I'm glad it didn't end with, you know, 3 consecutive 40-minute series. However, the thing we saw here is that Bly tried to do basically a typical ZVZ build. He tried to do something that's basically like, oh, let's do Queenslings. It's like, no, you have to rush to Roaches versus Terran because their earliest, fastest, and most productive units are light. Hellions, Reapers, Marines. You can't do that. He did not go Roaches early, and the times he did go Roaches, he picked Kellinger apart. And that's the thing, is he didn't do that soon enough. And I think that was Acer's Bly's sort of like Achilles heel here.
Yeah, but that first game, holy cow, that was awesome. And Kellinger just brought the heat there. He took that advantage he got just from winning the first game. Ooh, let's put that up. But, yeah, Scarecrow saying he can't hear you. And
I don't know. You and I have to work on that because this is the first stream I've ever been on where people can't hear me.
Yeah, I mean, it hasn't been like that before. We've done it fine before, but...
Maybe because I was the one casting? Maybe?
Maybe. Like...
You always seem to balance me out, and that's fine. I don't know. Maybe it is the fact it's got to do with the host. I don't know. Too many variables, brah.
Yeah, I'm gonna... Like, I've been looking for a solution, but, you know, just one ain't there, pretty much.
Maybe there's a setting it... Oh, you know what? Shit. Now that I think about it, so each element that you bring onto the stream both OBS and XSplit, has its own volume. I bet you it's an OBS for the element of the Skype chat, not for like the stream as a whole. I bet you it's something like really small like that, like whatever.
Yeah, I have no idea. I'll take a look at it a little bit later. But anyway, guys, that was the finals, and it looks like the delay is about to kick in, so I'm just going to say congratulations in the chat here. Congratulations to...
You gotta say anything, but it's not over with yet.
Yeah, I know. I'm just going to type it out and be ready to hit enter.
Okay. But anyway, why don't you go ahead and give yourself a shout out since we got a few minutes here?
Well, it's my stream, so why don't you shout out?
Well, I don't know. You didn't mention your Twitter.
Well, that's because everything's at the bottom of the screen. But anyway, guys, I'm Passer from Passer Gaming. If you like this, just hit that follow button if you want to. If you don't want to, that's fine, man. Just enjoy your night. Have a great night. Go out, get drunk, be somebody for a night. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's been awesome. DJ, get your stuff rolling. Let's go.
DJ Spectre TV at Twitter. You can find me at twitch.tv/DJ Spectre. I usually cast Sundays all day long. Couldn't today. I also sometimes cast the Wednesday tournament for ESL and my Thirsty Thursday stream at 8 p.m. Eastern Time every week, where we get rocked, we play video games, and we pretend like we're better when we're drunk.
But anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you like what you see here, youtube.com/gamersteed, you will see a VOD of this event. You can also see a VOD here, twitch.tv/Pastor2300, but if you prefer YouTube for whatever reason, I don't judge. You can go over there, and there will be plenty of content over there. Kelliger vs. Hitman is the latest. But at Pastor Gaming is my at Pastor Gaming 2 is my Twitter account. If you want updates on when to go, when these streams go, you can hit the follow button. You can hit the follow button there. But once again, thank you guys for tuning in. You guys have been awesome, and we'll see you at the next